Hey, Balatro Beanie Weenies, this is Beans Hambone here. We got a tournament today. The Balatro multiplayer Discord is now hosting weekly tournaments. This one took place Saturday, February 22nd. We have great commentators commenting on the matches. We have Vagabond, Obelisk Enjoyer, and Virtualize, the mod developer. It's a lot of great energy. We're gonna watch some games with Jake Balatro, Marban, Luka, Bogle, and then we get a special bonus round with Luka and Obelisk Enjoyer. And it's a lot of fun. They play erratic deck on Gold Stake, and Obelisk Enjoyer is also playing chess in between. So we get a little chess, we get a lot of Balatro, we get some wild moves, and it's on Gold Stake. So check it out. We're gonna just jump mid-game into a game with Jake Balatro and Nomad. This will be, I think, the final game before the semifinals begin. It's a really interesting run. So enjoy it. If you haven't, like and subscribe, and let's get to the matches.
Uncertain whether the opponent has Ancient Joker, because I'm pretty sure it was found in a reroll, but they definitely have the Brainstorm. So it's really uncertain exactly what's going to happen here. Fool with Temperance is always nice to see, for sure. I will say, since Jake didn't take seed money early on, his opponent might have, which means they could have an economy advantage over Jake in the future, but it was a calculated decision by Jake for sure, because he's been able to win these last two antes, and that puts the opponent at 2 lives. They are in a bit of a scary position. Jake's gonna play this flush of diamonds. He's looking for any maybe like higher chip value cards to maybe push that score up just a little bit more. Also looking for steel. I believe there was steel in his deck. I'm not 100% sure. The problem is none of Jake's diamonds are glass here, so it's a little bit awkward here. That 215,000 should be pretty easy for Jake to do here, I think. I'm not 100% sure what this is going to score. Yeah, there it is. Opponent on the ropes now, 1 life left. All Jake really has to do is just lock in the win here. Might be considering buying that Sun card and skipping. I doubt it though. But the benefit of buying that Sun card and skipping is he can turn his glass cards into hearts. And now when he goes into the fight, he's gonna have a re-triggered glass card along with his flushes, right? I personally wouldn't do that because I'm sitting on $43 right now, but that is certainly a decision that you could consider. It looks like he's gonna go with he's still gonna buy that Sun card because it might roll back onto hearts. Oh, Justice card is huge. You can just Justice Fool Justice in the boss fight on whatever suit it is, and it doesn't even matter. So he's probably gonna sell the Sun card and buy the Justice here. Sells Fool instead. That's interesting. And just sends it right into the boss line. He double skips. So okay, I guess he decided to go for that play as well. He also has 2 extra vouchers in the next place if he loses. Looks like it's gonna be a little bit since he double skipped on that for the next fight. But this is definitely a risk that they're taking, but hopefully it's a calculated one. If the opponent doesn't find anything crazy in the next few shops, no sock and buskin, no hack maybe, no like red seal cards, or like wild cards, or like maybe a smeared joker, or like a bunch of glass, as long as the opponent doesn't find any of those things in those shops, which he probably didn't because he went through that very quickly. Jake should be looking to win here. 1 million. That is a scary score to see super early here. But at least Jake is immediately finding 3 of the glass cards. That is super good for Jake. 1 million is most definitely a score that Jake can put up with just 3 glass cards, most definitely, because that's only 3 times as much as Jake's last score here. So this Sun and Chariot should 100% be able to take the win here, unless the opponent's able to put up something with just a little bit more oomph. I'm very interested to see what the opponent's point of view from this game is, what jokers they're working with, because it's definitely something. And that's another glass card, immediately using the Sun card here. Wow. Just incredible flush from Jake here to win. That is interesting. They're hovering over the duo because the duo actually procs off of this flush because there are 3 queens, so there is a pair inside this flush, which is super interesting for sure. He's debating whether Brainstorm should be on Hanging Chad or Ancient Joker. I'm pretty sure it should be Ancient Joker here, for sure. And yeah, we're shipping it. I think this is gonna score in like 100 million, probably, maybe in the billions, but I think it's 100 million. 70 million. 30 million off. Not bad. All right, opponent probably still has an Acrobat left over. That's the thing. Oh man, that's a little scary for Jake. Enemy has 2 hands left. That last hand was a discard for sure, and possible Acrobat hand incoming. We'll see. 52 billion. Oh my goodness. 52 billion is not something you want to see if you're Jake right now. That is a very scary number. He skipped 2 shops. Who knows what was picked up in there? There could have been a blueprint. There could have been so many retriggers. But I believe that is definitely confirmation that the opponent has Brainstorm, has the Ancient Joker, has Hanging Chad probably. But whatever else the opponent got, whether it's blueprint, some other form of retrigger, it's looking very bad for Jake right here because he needs to increase his score by like about 100 times here if he wants to come back. The good news is he does have 2 extra vouchers. I don't think they're very good though. I don't think he can utilize them very well.
In their
Skips
match
the purple
chat,
seal.
in
their
their
what?
match chat, I think Jake missed the opponent's score there. He was a little confused. But when I told him the opponent's score, Jake said he must have gotten photograph. So he is thinking about those shops that he missed by skipping.
Yeah. Photograph could definitely be something that he missed there. Very significant thing to miss because photograph changes the math. Photograph makes you copy Hanging Chad with Brainstorm. Either that or you copy a photograph with Brainstorm. Well, no, you never copy photograph. You copy either Shoot, I don't know. I can't do the math immediately right now, but it could very well change the math for sure. And having a ×2 Joker and a ×3 Joker is just not going to cut it in these like super high, like at this point in the game, ×2 Joker and the ×3 Joker are just not enough when you have stuff like this Brainstorm and this Ancient Joker and this Hanging Chad, which are each putting up incredible numbers, like ×17, and then Hanging Chad is contributing to that in a major way with the glass cards. You just need something to really bring it all together. Now, we could be considering a hanging bad here. If Jake does indeed believe that his opponent found a photograph, he could be considering selling Hanging Chad. Well, there's multiple ways you could go about this. You buy Hanging Bad, right, and probably replace the pair with it, because Hanging Chad, you could still keep it in your back pocket if your opponent sells their photograph Hanging Chad, right? Looks like he's just going to outright go for the Hanging Bad play, hope that it is what his opponent indeed got with the photograph. He's not going to try for any shenanigans where he keeps Hanging Chad and then sells Hanging Bad, but hopes that his opponent sold their Hanging Chad, but he actually kept his. That's a funny little mind game that happens sometimes, but it's on diamonds. That's not the suit that we want to see if we're for Jake right now. funny holographic on the Ancient Joker that doesn't matter too much. If we're Jake here, we can actually Hanged Man while we play a hand of 5 cards and get rid of 7 cards at once. But I don't think it really matters too much in this situation. If I'm Jake right here, I'm looking for my singular lucky card in the deck. I'm hanging chatting it. I'm hanging chatting it and hoping that I get like a $20 money proc or something. I will say, this is what happens when you don't take Obelisk. Just kidding. That is a blueprint. Oh my goodness, that is a blueprint. However, it's still looking rough for Jake here because his opponent most definitely got that blueprint as well. It wasn't the first shop. Invisible Joker. Oh my goodness. Invisible Joker is crazy because that's gonna come online as soon as the boss blind happens. You have to take it. It's gonna go small blind, big blind, and then you sell it, and anything it copies, whether it's the blueprint, brainstorm, ancient Joker, whatever it is, it's gonna go crazy. And it's if you get to a like power level of a build like this, it doesn't matter. Like Hanging Chad photograph is actually going to fall off. It's crazy. It's actually absurd. We're probably going to end up selling this Hanging Bad actually pretty soon, unless like when the Invisible Joker is sold, we're 100% selling Hanging Bad. We're looking for, what are we looking for here? Like I guess a Hanging Chad photograph. What? It looks like the opponent lost on a normal blind. The opponent lost on a normal blind. What happened?
Wow, that was a game.
Wait, I need to know. I need to know what happened because Jake was
I mean, they must have
really
lost on a small blind.
Yeah,
if he crashed, it would have sent them back to the lobby. Hold on, let me undeafen Jake here. Jake, how are you feeling right now?
What the fuck?
Dude, that was a crazy game, dude. I thought it was over for you, but then you found that blueprint, like, Invisible Joker. And also, you did have some counterplay with the Hanging Bad, but...
Nomad saying
man,
Hanging Bad did
Hanging
them
Bad made
in.
him lose.
Hanging Bad killed him in the small blind.
What? But Hanging Bad doesn't trigger in normal 1v1s. Did he think... Like if it's not the PvP blind, Hanging Bad shouldn't trigger.
He must have sold his Hanging Chad.
Oh, maybe he sold it. Yeah.
He sold his Hanging Bad or Hanging Chad, and it cost him the entire game.
My goal was to sell my Hanging Bad and use my Invisible Joker, and it would have been just in time for the PvP blind, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
And it looks like Jake's getting into... Jake's in a semifinals game right now as well, so we can just continue going with this.
Yeah. All right, Ghost deck. We got the Hex. Now, interestingly enough, Hex is not actually that powerful. It's something I realized in the 1v1s. Call me crazy. I have legitimately sold my Hex for more economy.
Yeah.
Straight up. Like at some points, like sometimes like that 1.5x molt just is not really doing work, especially in those later game builds that you were seeing there. Just 1.5x molt does not pull its weight. But we'll see how both players navigate with the spectral cards. Like the spectral cards, like the massive amount of them, looks like we're probably going to see a lot more re-triggers. I mean, last game was a bunch of re-triggers, but...
That is just how Balatro multiplayer goes. Typically.
Yep, for real. Okay. Brainstorm! Okay! Immediately hex that. Ignore everything I said. We might be looking at a possible misprint pickup here. It just trivializes the early game stuff. I guess it was a bit of a hard decision to use the hex on the brainstorm instead of picking up Cartomancer. Cartomancer can be very powerful in these 1v1s for sure, giving you deaths, giving you glass cards, giving you like everything you need. Not picking up the misprint. Jake is gonna struggle a little bit to get past these blinds early if he doesn't find another Molt Joker. Um, you always take death.
Yeah.
Just saying. Maybe you should have bought the Arcana pack first, just in case there was like a hermit in there. But there's upsides like this exact thing. Since he bought the death first, he was able to use death, then use the fool and get death back.
With the polychrome, it shouldn't be too hard for him to get past the boss blind here.
Yeah, it's probably gonna take him 2 hands instead of one, which isn't like ideal, but it should be completely fine for sure. Okay, personally, I'm always buying that medium here. I just feel like purple seals are so incredibly powerful. Familiar, I also always take familiar because it could give me glass. It could give me like it also gives me consistency in 4 of a kinds. Also, face cards are very much the meta. Right now, it's very, very important to make sure you have an abundance of face cards because there's so many face card synergies in the game. You have photograph, you have scary face, you have smiley face, you have sock and buskin, you have like there's just such a massive amount of face card jokers that prioritizing getting like a bunch of kings is probably the best suit to get, I would say, because there's like the off chance you run into a baron, you know. But kings, queens are also going to be good. Jacks are probably the least good because it doesn't synergize with the odd tribule that shows up, which is rare, but it happens.
And Jake does have 8 kings in his deck right now, I believe, which I know a lot of newer players struggle. Okay, well, this is going to be...
That's a crazy shop right there. So 1v1s, okay, you always take photograph, of course. You always take photograph, especially when he has all those kings. But the mime is also a very interesting pickup. Even you don't need steel cards to synergize with mime. Gold cards are also super, super significant with mime. It takes it from $3 around to $6 around. That mime is going to pay for itself. I guarantee it. Especially with the blueprint, it's going to take it up to $9 a round. So that mime has immediately paid for itself. Super good pickup here. And also, since he's already started copying kings, who knows? We might see a mime baron run. That would definitely be some cinema. Pareidolia is funny, but I don't think it does anything, especially when you already have so many face cards. You just want to play kings here. Hangman, massive for sure. Getting it down to just those kings in your deck. Personally, I'm a standard pack enjoyer. If there was a red seal in there and I can like strength it up, it's huge. If there's like a purple seal, I can discard, get like strengths, get glass cards. But I understand completely why you might want to pass up on those, especially when you're only looking at $12. You want that interest to start accumulating. But personally, when I have like mime and I got like gold cards going on, I don't worry too much about interest. So that's like a very interesting thing about the economy in the game. Interest matters when you don't have a money engine. Right now, we don't necessarily have a money engine, but we can get one online super early with this mime blueprint. So we need to be valuing interest right now. But once we have that money engine online with like $9 per gold card, we actually don't need to care about maintaining interest because we're always going to make $25 at the end of the round anyway. Looks like we're just waiting for the opponent here.
I think that is another thing that I think this game is a good example of some things that newer players or less skilled players might be undervaluing. Is Jake is really focusing on getting his kings here, and he has 8. I believe he has 8 kings in the deck right now, which is very strong for ante 2 or 3, whatever this is. And not only that, but those standard packs, he didn't pick up that one because of his economy, but those standard packs can have very good things, and especially the seals are a big deal. Like red seal, blue seal, purple seal are all very, very important.
Especially when he has a mime blueprint. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, like any planet card, any blue seal is gonna give 2 planets instead. Any steel is gonna be 3 times 1.5x. So I'm not sure exactly what that calculation comes out to. He immediately finds 5 kings. That's huge. He's looking for his steel, just for that extra edge with the mine blueprint. I will say, actually, I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna say he doesn't have any base molt jokers, but he can rely on his 5 of a kind as his base molt. Like 12x base molt with the photograph triggering twice is gonna be massive, man.
We do see the enemy with 6 hands. They might have a skip off, maybe, or something like that.
They could.
Which could
I'm
be
unsure.
it could be pretty bad for them actually if they have skipped 2 times thus far, because we have seen some very strong stuff in the shops. So
Yeah, what was the previous yeah, we're checking what the previous tag was. It was not oh wait. That's +3 hand size. What am I thinking? I'm a little my brain's a little bit cooked right now, but it's fine.
yeah, I don't think they might have burglar possibly, but I don't think
Yeah.
they played a hand.
That's my guess is burglar. Yeah, 400k is a very high score. I don't know what our opponent found. Probably photograph, brainstorm. They 100% have the brainstorm. I'm pretty sure they have the photograph as well. And they probably have the mime as well. But as for, they might not have spent as much on packs maybe, and maybe they found some other jokers that synergized. Unsure, but this 5 of a kind, I'll tell you one thing that I am sure about. This 5 of a kind of kings is about to go crazy. It's about to score. Let me do some quick math here. Oh, he's making a judgment call to use that 3rd glass here. Oh, he doesn't even want to use any of it. He's so confident that he's going to lose. Very important, by the way, that he decided to end that round before his opponent played all their hands. And the reason why, reserve parking is huge here with the mime as well. His economy is about to go through the roof, man. Here, we're likely going to see a lot of farming. We're going to discard all 5 of those cards. We're going to, prioritize heavily economy. We're just going to get as many face cards in hand as possible. Jake should not be worried about not winning this hand in the first hand he plays, with just a couple face cards. So he's just gonna play a couple cards here, farm as much as possible with the mime and the brainstorm. It's a very good combo. Reserve parking is a joker I slept on significantly when I first was playing Balatro. I did not value it enough at all. Alright, has 1 hand left to make this 200 this 2000 score requirement. It should be light work, but I have messed it up before. It is very screw upable. It's probably not gonna mess up here, but we'll see. I mean, I'm pretty sure with the brainstorm copying photograph here, Jake's doing the calculations in his head real quick, but I think it should be fine. Because that base molt's going to go up to 16. Oh, shoot. Just barely makes it. That's what optimal farming looks like, guys. That right there is what separates just the normal Balatro players from the greatest, is how they manage their economy and making sure they don't lose those blinds when they're trying to farm as much as possible. Considering taking Fibonacci here over the Cloud9, since he already has reserve parking as a good economy joker. It makes sense that he didn't take it there because his deck is king. Speedrun is gonna make this game quite interesting for sure. Buying Fools also, I would really selling Magician. Now that is a play I don't quite understand. I guess it's because he wanted to be at the interest cap and hit 1 more reroll. That makes sense. But I will say I really value lucky cards when I'm running photograph. Just because +20 on the base molt and then multiplied that by 2x is more significant than a glass card sometimes. Only sometimes. But yeah, looks like we're just going to be looking at more reserve parking farming. Since he scored 2,000 on that last one, he wants to be extra safe. He's got to score 2,000 here. Luckily, he's got the 4 of a kind lined up. That should 100% make it completely safe.
And for everybody that is not familiar with the multiplayer jokers, he's picked up this 4th joker here is a multiplayer joker called Speedrun, which is going to 3x his total score if he finishes his hands before his opponent. And his opponent does have more hands than him, so it's a pretty strong joker in this situation.
Oh yeah, that's an angle that I didn't even consider. Not having as many hands as your opponent is definitely an advantage with this speedrun joker. I will say this means that Jake does have to spend a little bit more time discarding than his opponent will, but I think discards trigger significantly faster than played hands will. So it should be completely fine.
It does
just
look
getting
like,
these hands up.
Yeah, he's playing all his hands as fast as possible.
Yeah, 100%. Trying to get that stuff done as quickly as possible. I do want to know what his opponent had that scored 400k last round, though. Also, another nice thing about this speedrun joker is, well, it's not necessarily nice for Jake here, but he can no longer make a judgment call whether to farm with this last hand or play. He just needs to play with this speedrun if he wants maximum value here. All right, it's going to be a 294 score. His opponent got 400k last round. So we're going to see if this is enough or not. If his opponent has some sort of gimmicky joker, it might be winning, but we are unsure here. Oh, 318k. That's cutting it real close by his opponent, but getting the job done at the end of the day. And now if you're Jake, you might be a little bit worried because that speedrun was not enough. That 3x was not enough. Whatever his opponent has is 3 times minimum more powerful than his jokers. That Sock and Buskin is very good for him for his setup, I will say. It's gonna trigger those glass cards in extra time. It's a must pick up in this situation. Planet X, 100% you take that here. Also, not finding any chariots or devils has been really hurting Jake in this scenario because you really need to find those cards if you're gonna run mime, and so far they just have not been around to bless Jake's run here. It's a little bit unfortunate when that happens when you draw the purple seal a little bit too late. That's why when I know when I'm running purple seals in my deck, I like to play hands as discards to make sure I can get them. But again, when you're just like, I mean, when you only got one in the deck, it's a little bit hard to remember sometimes. So. But yeah, that Sock and Buskin is gonna make getting through these antes pretty easy. There shouldn't be any stress. Also, there's no more farming joker on Jake's side here, so there's not going to be the sketchy farming like we saw earlier, which would get a bunch of money. Mail-in rebate is a consideration with the why am I forgetting the name? Brainstorm. You could have considered maybe selling speedrun for it, just to get money for those rerolls. It's going to be $10 per discard. If that lands on kings, you are one rich person. $80 for rerolls for maybe like a Baron, maybe a just something that isn't just a speed run, because the speed run isn't enough here. Like, Jake needs something big to improve his score, because whatever his opponent has is pretty significantly ahead, I would say. Chariot is something you like to see here. With the Mime has been kind of a dead joker in these combats, so if he can get that thing online and active, then that's gonna be -1 slot that is useless, and one more that is useful. It's gonna be Asteroid here for sure. And Hermit, very importantly, buying it and not using it immediately, because he wants to wait for $20. What are you thinking of Jake's chances, Virtualized, in this next fight?
I mean, I'm a bit scared because, I mean, the only thing he really picked up in that ante was the sock and buskin, right? And I don't think that's going to make up. That's only going to give him another 2 times. Is that right? Or actually, it's not. It's going to give him. It's going to give him 4 times.
No, it's going to give him 2 times extra with the photograph, but more importantly, it's going to give him even more when he draws glass cards. That's the significant thing, is he's going to re-trigger his glass cards. It is a significant improvement from his last hand that he played in the previous ante, but the problem is his opponent most definitely saw this sock and buskin as well. That's the real reason I don't think that his hand has truly improved that much, because his opponent most definitely saw the sock and buskin. That is very big to be drawing all those glasses, I will say.
Yeah.
Drawing all those glasses is huge. Also, notice how he played every single hand except for one before discarding, so he could get a chance at that purple seal for maybe a justice. Played it optimally. Unfortunately, sometimes you just don't hit. And this is his last attempt here. Hopefully none of these glass cards break, or else we might be in an even more unfortunate position. Right now, if you're Jake, you just gotta cross your fingers and hope that your opponent did not pick up that sock and buskin. Either that, or they were not playing a face card build, and maybe they were copying like aces, or maybe they were copying something else that wasn't a face card. But that is a 2 billion score.
It's
a 2 billion score. It is not looking good for Jake here. Oh man, that's even worse. Jake sees when the reroll voucher in the shop always benefits the okay. A little bit of an interesting thing. I'm always taking the red seal stone card there, specifically because I can strength it and turn it into like or any enhancement will turn it back into a normal card, and if that's a king, I'm grasping at straws here if I'm Jake. Okay, I'm doing any conceivable way possible to do anything, right? That could be a king. That could be a red seal king. I can glass it. Maybe that's the difference maker. Who knows? But I understand wanting to keep your deck nice and thin. Like what does Jake realistically need to pick up here to maybe win? Like the hanging Chad, maybe.
Yeah, he needs to find a hanging Chad or something like that, or blue.
The real things he needs, in my opinion, that would go crazy. If he finds Seltzer, Dusk, Justice cards here, and his opponent is running Photograph Hanging Chad, that will be worse than his Dusk. Okay, if you get rid of, let's say we get rid of Photograph, we get rid of Mime, probably. Or, yeah, Photograph, Mime, or Speedrun. All of those can go, and you get Dusk, Seltzer, anything like that. That could maybe possibly turn things around if the opponent gets baited into staying with Hanging Chad. But I don't think that is likely to happen. But who knows? Maybe a Baron. The opponent probably doesn't have Mime. If I were to guess, his opponent doesn't have Mime. Maybe a Baron can turn things around here. But that's also unlikely since there's no levels on the high card.
Yeah, Jake hasn't really been prioritizing the steel cards here either. It might be worth just throwing the mime away for something stronger, but I don't know if he's really seen anything stronger yet.
Yes, definitely. If you find something stronger, you throw away mine. But that's the unfortunate thing, is there's nothing really that's been stronger. And also, it's not necessarily that Jake hasn't been prioritizing the steel cards. It's that they haven't even been showing up in his tarot packs. They haven't been showing up in his other packs. Also, not taking the blue seal, I'm not gonna lie, is a little bit questionable when you're running mime. But I completely understand. You don't want to thin that deck. You want to draw those glass kings when you only have a small amount of those kings, and also you're running into the final fight. You gotta get the optimal hand. It completely makes sense.
And this
Right now, he's trying to buy that purple seal. He's trying to get to that purple seal. Maybe discard it, turn it into a glass card, but it's not looking good.
the speedrun Joker is not really played optimally in this build. I think Jake needs it right now just because his opponent is scoring so much, but optimally with a speedrun Joker, since it multiplies your total score, it's actually better used in hands where you're scoring on multiple hands than rather than just the last one. But
Interesting.
it's not looking good for Jake here, considering he hasn't
Only
changed
one
anything since the
glass.
last ante. Yeah,
Yeah,
just one
that's
ante.
rough.
It's looks like this is probably it, unless their
Yeah.
opponent the opponent messes up quite a bit.
I think maybe where do you think Jake went wrong here? If you had to put some on it.
I'm nowhere near as skilled as Jake. I think he's done amazing here. It's possibly just up to maybe their opponent, maybe Jake's opponent rolled a skip tag or a wraith or something and got something special. I don't know. We can pull them in here for a chat while we're waiting on the next game.
For sure. I mean, personally, I feel like maybe taking that mail-in rebate over the mime was the play, because you could have gotten a significant amount of I don't know. He got a significant amount. He could have gotten a significant amount of money from that. $10 per discarded card with the brainstorm. It definitely would have provided more value than mime, and perhaps we could have re-rolled into something like the Seltzer, like the Dusk, something that could have helped out in a more meaningful way. But it's hard to really make that judgment call on the fly. What do you think, Jake?
I should have had more money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to get more steals, but I just couldn't. I wasn't being given the steals I wanted.
We're gonna have Marban, Jake's opponent, come up here in a second. We can talk about the game while we're in between games here.
Damn.
Yeah, I will say, Jake, that was a rough set of jokers for you. Like, it's really hard to pivot out of anything you got handed there. Mime is, of course, especially when you're running so many kings. Like, your dream is to see a baron there, of course.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to let go of that mime. But yeah, so I completely commend your attempt here. It was a nice run. I would like to see what your opponent got and see it, like, how it all went down for sure.
Marban, what did you think about that last game?
It was pretty crazy, to be honest. There was a brainstorm ante one, I think. Shop one, maybe even.
Yeah, shop one.
Yeah, shop one brainstorm. There was also I picked up the what's it called, Quartermancer, and shop one, I think, as well. And by copying that, I had like I got millions of dollars. You know, I had constant economy with I got hermits and temperance all over the place, as well as I found a red seal steel jack in one of, I think, shop 3 maybe, and I also picked up the mime earlier, which let me score. Not only that, but also I found a photograph and a hanging shed, as well as the sock and buskin. So I had at the end, I think, I had the brainstorm, photograph, hanging shed, sock and buskin, and the mime. And then I played glass card kings because there was a lot of deaths as well, early shops. So I could make a lot of glass kings, and that pretty much carried me through the.
It's just
the whole
the ultimate hanging Chad build. Sounds like.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you having enough money to buy Cartomancer and the Brainstorm was definitely what did it.
Oh yeah, you didn't.
No, I didn't even.
That's
It took me 3 hands to beat the small blind. I did horribly.
I think I did a flush. I can't remember. But I beat it in one. But also, you had the what's it called? Whatever you were doing your hand so fast. Did you have the?
I had speed run.
Yeah, okay. I thought about taking it, but I thought if you took it, I would probably not be fast enough because I'm on a laptop, so you would probably beat me to it every time. But so I didn't think it was worth it. Crazy, crazy game.
So it looks like money was the end factor in it all at the end of
Yeah,
the
it was.
day. Jake, did you say that you messed up on the small blade and you were $2 short of Cartomancer?
No, I messed up. I was like several dollars short.
Yeah. But like you didn't play, like you didn't beat it in one hand like the small
No,
blind.
I beat it in 3 hands.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
the difference maker. That's how important it is, folks, at this top level of play
If you're
to make
going
sure.
into the tournament, make sure you're practicing your first small blind. That is quite important.
There was like 4 hermits in the first 3 or 4 rounds, I think.
Yeah, so that $2 snowballed into like 40. It's very
Yeah,
important.
We have set up the tournament, so there is a decider match between third and fourth. So we have our other semifinal game starting right now. They're a little bit delayed, so we're going to watch this semifinal game, and then whoever wins this semifinal game is going into the finals with Marban, and whoever loses that is going into a decider with Jake.
Luka and Bogle. Look, I hate to be a biased commentator here, but I'm gonna have to support my boy Bogle in this right now. Okay, wait, who are we watching right now?
We're watching
this is
Bogle.
Bogle. Oh, winner's POV. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let's see how he plays this first hand. Blue deck is a crazy deck to pick. That's interesting. I have not seen many people choosing blue deck for their first thing. So, that's interesting. We're going for the discard. We're going for the heart flush. That is an unfortunate turn of events here. Looks like we might go for the full house, maybe? No, we're just committing to the flush bit here. And we get 1 heart, but oh man, this is really rough for Bogle here. As we said, missing out on those first few dollars can snowball into so much. We're gonna get into the next place with $9, but that could have been 11 if it was played maybe a little bit more optimally. Look, I'm gonna say some things about Space Joker. I'm a Space Joker enjoyer. I'm not gonna lie. I love that card. I understand maybe it's not that good, but I love that card. I'm a little bit disappointed to see it passed up on, but completely understandable. We're taking the Wii Joker instead for base chips. Wii Joker can be pretty significant if you get enough twos. We got that 8 chips on the Wii Joker. That's gonna be I mean, if we can stack it up, it's pretty significant. I'll say that Wii Joker is I don't know, it works specifically. Sorry, I'm fumbling my words. I'm fumbling my words right now. I'm not gonna lie. I've been talking for a while. Give me a second.
Obelisk and Drew, did you have something you wanted to say?
Oh shoot, we got Obelisk and Joy in here.
Yo,
What's up, my boy?
What's good?
Bro, what do you think about Wii Joker?
Bro, Wii Joker, amazing Joker. I've seen it like Hag plus Wii Joker, best combination in the game.
Holy,
I'm being
dude,
so honest, bro. I love it.
I've never had that combo. You gave me something new to try out. I gotta try that. But Wii Joker already at 24 chips, pretty early on. That's pretty significant.
Yeah, Wii Joker's like huge early, especially if you get like any re-triggers, which is just the meta right now. So.
Got you. Yeah, personally, I've never been able to utilize it that well. Straight planet card, purchased and used. That is a play. I respect that play. Straight Joker, the straight planet scaling is so high. It is so high compared to almost every single hand except for late game hands like flush 5 of a kind. It's something you can play early in the 1v1 with that 7x mult. It's going to be as good as a 4 of a kind, even better because it involves 5 cards, so there's going to be more chips involved. It's super good. So I respect that play completely. It might win him this 1v1 for sure. Smiley face, also a great pickup. +5 base mult on these early hands is going to be very significant, especially when you got so much face card synergy. That smiley face with photograph goes crazy. That smiley face with basically any face card synergy is very significant.
Yeah, no, for sure. The only issue with straights is that they're kind of inconsistent early.
Sally
the
Wii Joker.
Crazy.
That's crazy. We spent all this time. I guess, Blue Joker is really overshadowing the Wii Joker right now. Which is part of why I have a hard time utilizing Wii Joker. Simply because, Justice Fool here goes crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I think
Justice Fool goes crazy.
I
Maybe
played them a few days ago. They really like glass. I think.
No, they're taking the
Wow.
Emperor. They're going Emperor. That's an unlucky Emperor. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's a very unlucky Emperor.
Maybe glass. Damn, double Emperor.
No. Double Emperor. It's a play.
I mean,
what do you?
I see the vision.
Do you ever buy a Gross Mickle here?
Yeah, Cavendish is just too powerful, especially early.
True. That 15x mult makes it so easy to clear these base blinds. You don't have to rely on face cards anymore. It's just the combination of the Blue Joker and the Banana are gonna make every single hand this man plays super, super powerful. Especially with the Empress card and the Emperor card in hand. That's funny. They got the royal family up there. They got that Empress and the Emperor. It's good. I'm hilarious. Okay. Anyway, it's gonna make whatever hands they play pretty significant. But I'm pretty sure the opponent has something good going on as well.
I mean, yeah, no, Luka's definitely like a strong player. I think they're top 10 on attrition leaderboard right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
Vogle's also really strong too. I actually don't know who's gonna win this one.
That 780 chip thing tells me that they probably didn't buy Gross Michael, or they were using a high card hand as a discard.
They might be money farming here if they got like something like reserved.
I think we would have seen it. Unless we probably would have seen it, because I'm pretty sure Bogle here has opened every pack. Not 100% certain. There's that straight coming into play. Not doing too much because it's not any face cards, but it's still hype to see that planet card getting some action. Always appreciate it. Right now, it looks like we're just going for a pair here. Personally, I think that discarding, looking for more face cards was probably the only play to make.
Oh, wait, Luka with the 23k is crazy.
Yeah.
What'd they find? I mean, did Bogle reroll like at all?
Look, in my personal opinion, I feel like honestly Bogle didn't play it as optimally as he could have with his face card value. I think that might be part of the reason why they lost that. But there also could have been any other number of jokers that Luka might have had.
I mean,
unsure.
Did Bogle reroll much?
Yeah, we don't have did Bogle reroll? No, Bogle did not reroll. Like, I don't think Bogle rerolled a single time, which is completely fair. You want to keep that economy up.
Yeah. No, but it might have just taken a risky roll and gotten something really good. It's definitely still yeah.
How are you feeling about hand size Joker?
Dude, I fuck with a hand size Joker heavy.
Dude, hand size Joker has got to be one of my favorite Jokers for sure.
I just checked the attrition leaderboard, by the way, and these two are 10 MMR away from each other. They're 12 and 11.
Wow.
Oh my god.
12 and 13.
Dude, so. I didn't know Bogle was like that.
Wait, Bogle was damn.
Wait, I didn't know Bogle was like that. Okay.
No.
Okay, I see you.
Luka is 1913 MMR, which, by the way, for people that don't know, that's extremely high. That's like top 2%, top 1%.
I think
with 72 wins and 25 losses, and Bogle is 1903 with 3510. Yeah, number one is 2,300 MMR. But there's only like 6
Phantom,
people
right?
on the leaderboard with 2,000. Yeah, that's Phantom.
Yeah,
That's Phantom. Yeah, unfortunately, Phantom got knocked out super early due to hanging Chad. But yeah,
I think I'm pretty close to 2,000 right now. I think I'm like.
You're in 1989.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting there, man.
Dude, I was there after
All
I
right.
beat Retrigger earlier today.
Yeah. All right, heading into this boss blind here, we got a devil card, which, I mean, look, never underestimate a good devil card in PvPs. All I'm saying. Devil card can get you like easily $20 over the course of the entirety of the game. It's a slow burner, but it's a very useful one, and it's a very nice thing to see very early on.
Devil is just like free money, honestly, especially if you get it just in a shop.
Yeah, that is a very interesting thing. Oh, we see the straight here, and with 3 face cards, importantly. So this is probably going to be I would say their highest scoring hand, which is bad news for Bogle here if Luka has a more consistent hand scoring here, because the blue Joker is only going to get worse and provide less and less chips as he digs deeper and deeper into the deck.
By the way, it doesn't matter how many face cards he plays because of Pareidolia.
Oh, you're so right. I didn't even notice that, bro. Dude, I'm not even good at this game. Holy. Dude, wow, that's crazy. So what is Bogle really looking for here? I mean, he does have 3,
and maybe for a full house of like Kings and Queens.
Yeah, full house is probably ideal. Maybe 4 of a kind if we get really lucky.
I mean, they're gonna land it. They land the full house here for sure.
Yeah, the good news is
playing the Jack is interesting.
Okay, there's the full house. It should be a pretty significant chip one. Okay, putting that on there just in case. You want to as Obelisk was saying, you almost always want to pick up the devil, and here's why. It always costs $3 in the shop, and it gives you $3 at the end of the round every time, as long as you can use it. Oh, just barely short of Luka. That blue Joker just giving diminishing returns after diminishing returns. Midas Mask with Pareidolia goes crazy.
Imagine the vampire.
Dude, I don't think you can play vampire in 1v1s.
No, because vampire plus gold plus Midas Mask plus.
Yeah, but you always have to sell. You always have to sell vampire the moment you get any sort of glass. Is the problem?
You have to sell, but like you can keep it for a little bit, and the mult's like permanent. So you could get like
you're right.
X maybe.
You're right. It would be useful early. Yeah, also, this defensive Joker is godsend. Is a godsend. This defensive Joker completely gets rid of the problem he was having with the blue Joker, giving him diminishing returns as the game continued on. He has defensive Joker, which is honestly one of my favorite Jokers in the game right now. It's just so useful. It's so incredibly useful. Also, being able to turn every single card in his deck golden is absurd, by the way. I'm just wanting to point that out. Also, the Extinct on there was useful. Also, personally, if I was Bogle, I would have greeted super hard there. I would have played like a bunch of pairs, high cards, anything that doesn't score super highly, and then at my last hand play a 5-card hand so I can get as many gold cards as possible. But just wanting the money immediately with the extra hands, completely understandable.
Surprised he isn't taking more standard packs. Standard packs are kind of crazy, and he definitely has the money to take them, so.
Yeah, it can be a little bit risky sometimes, but yeah, for sure. You should definitely be taking standard packs here with your gold cards. You're not going to go below interest when you're going to make your money back with these gold cards, right?
Yeah.
It's a nice 2-pair here. Going to get 4 more cards golden, and we're going to cash out $6 at the end of this round. The only problem is we're lacking severely on scoring Jokers. Picking up this Magician is a big mistake here, so let's hope that doesn't happen.
I mean, it might not be if he chooses to sell the
I approve of selling the Cloud9 there. Your economy is going to come from Midas Mask and Midas Mask alone for the next little bit while we wait. You could consider buying the reroll Chaos the Clown, rerolling the shop, selling your popcorn here, or maybe Okay, here we gotta pick up like a Mars.
I think the Earth. Personally.
Like there's arguments for both. The reason I like Mars personally is because I'm almost always building towards a deck that has at least 6 copies of one card, and you can typically pretty consistently get at least one 4 of a kind, and leveling that in advance just helps in a major way. But Full House would definitely be the one that helps him consistently in this specific boss fight, because he is going to be able to play a few Full Houses if he plays this correctly, for sure.
I'm not even gonna
Also,
lie. I think I personally would have just sold the Midas Mask already.
Really? I don't think there's anything to replace it yet. That's the thing. Like,
but I just feel like turning all the mult cards to non-mult cards is kind of.
Oh,
It's kind of.
okay.
I mean, like, yeah, it's good. It's good econ, but also.
There's a hidden thing happening right here, by the way. There is a Joker that only Bogle can utilize, and that is Defensive Joker. And Defensive Joker is literally tripling Bogle's score.
Oh,
And that is why Bogle won this round, by the way. Defensive Joker, the GOAT, tripling Bogle's score. That is a 3x Bolt Joker, essentially, because it's tripling his chips. It's disgusting. It's such a good Joker. I love it whenever I see it. It also got buffed recently, if you didn't know.
Well, it got like nerfed and buffed kind of because of the loss of a life.
Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was always like after you lose a life.
No. I mean, like they removed a life. Like you no longer.
Oh, you're right. You no longer have 5 lives. But like this 240 previously was the equivalent of losing 4 lives and being on your last one. Now it's just a very strong Joker in this build right now. It cannot be understated how significant that 240 chips is. Temperance Hermit. That's exactly what we want to see if we're Bogle here.
I think I personally would have.
Oh my god!
Golden ticket over the
Oh my god!
Holy,
what a disgusting pull here. What a disgusting pull.
Not taking
looks
the
like
tarot pack yet is crazy.
I mean, it's fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter too much right now, I would say.
I think they can sell Midas Mask if they want to now, because
they can.
Yeah.
They can, for sure. Midas Mask is the card that is looking to go right now. But honestly, there's no Jokers to replace it with right now. So why would you? Why do you need to replace it yet?
There's no need. Yeah.
You can play this straight for maximum gold creation. You know. We call this alchemy. We call this alchemy in my textbook. They said that you can't turn nothing to gold. Well, that's some cap, and Bogle's showing it to you right now. Also, they're rich. They are sitting on a golden goose right now. It's highly unlikely that the opponent didn't see this as well, but let's just enjoy it, you know? Let's just enjoy it that Bogle is a millionaire and we're all broke. All right, playing a Full House here, getting maximum value out of this Midas Mask as much as possible. What a crazy combo Pareidolia and Midas Mask is. I've never gotten that in any of my games. I'm so happy to see it on display here. It's such a cool combo. Okay, Fibonacci is a card you definitely want to be taking here. I think you sell. I would have sold Midas Mask there instead of Pareidolia, because now you're not getting the faced card triggers. But it's an understandable play if you want to make sure your entire deck is golden. That's a Cavendish. Oh, that is a Cavendish. Big banana.
Astronomer? Or maybe
big yellow banana for a big yellow deck. That is what we like to see.
I'd say to do for the Astronomer, but either of them work, yeah.
Four of a kind and Full House, both of those are pretty significant. Right now, we're looking for any retriggers at all. 7 of that's funny. The idol is funny, but it is not useful. It is not useful at all here. There's no retriggers.
Maybe the Obelisk would be pretty good right now, I'd say.
Of course, you would say that.
They kind of no, because hear me out here. They have hands like they have hands all over. like all over the board, so they can just play like a bunch of high cards and then start setting up for Obelisk. The only issue with it is that they have only 2 lives left. So
I mean, setting up for the off chance at a rare card is honestly optimal. You know what? Optimal. We are Obelisk enjoyers here. You should absolutely play Obelisk in every single deck and every single Joker setup in the top finals should have Obelisk. I'm just saying, look, don't boo me. I'm right. Don't boo me. I'm right. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
No, I fully agree.
Man. See, you know, look, I'm being completely unironic here. Okay, okay, Obelisk enjoyer. What is your favorite Joker that is not Obelisk in the game? I'm just curious.
Non-Obelisk Joker.
In non-Obelisk Joker, you're not allowed to pick Obelisk.
Low-key, there's a lot of good picks. I think one of my just all-time favorite Jokers is Misprint, and it's only Misprint because of the insanely funny tech that goes with Misprint.
This is true. Misprint is funny, but
Misprint's really funny. But like my unironic favorite, like scoring Joker, probably defensive Joker's good. Cavendish and Gross Michelle are both just insane and insanely strong, especially if you get them early.
All right, so what's the plan here for Bogle here? You're trying to get like a full house, maybe 4 of a kind of face cards. This is why, in my personal opinion, he should have kept the Pareidolia, because his chips are phenomenal. His chips are living the life. He has so many chips. But where is his molt? His molt is coming from face cards, specifically face cards. And he also has leveled up 4 of a kind once and like full house a couple times. But he really needs these face cards to trigger the smiley face, or else he's not gonna get anything crazy significant. I don't know what his opponent's working with right now, Luka over there. But my guess is this last hand from Luka is about to go crazy. It's gonna completely skyrocket. This hand would have went insane with Fibonacci, is all I'm saying. Fibonacci would have went crazy. But let's see what Luka scores. My guess is 150k. Now, what do you think, Obelisk?
Are you, before I answer that, are you a Fib enjoyer?
I am a Fib enjoyer. It's 86k. It's 86k, just barely above Bogle here. If he took that Fibonacci, it would have been the difference. I will say there is a pro here, and that is Bogle is looking at $173 in a 1v1 PvP game. That is absurd. That is levels of money that are just unheard of in your normal 1v1 games.
And also the 360 chips from the defensive Joker now. Just the extra 120 chips are going to be insane.
I will say it is basically, that 380 chips is taking it from a 3x molt Joker essentially to a 4x. So pretty significant. Not like the most super significant. Okay, you always take ramen here, right? You gotta. Oh, okay.
I mean,
it's fine.
Like what for? I mean, yeah, for a stronger probably.
Like, what do you think Bogle's looking for here? Like, in your opinion?
I think Bogle's just looking for anything to like help commit to a build, because nothing in this game has really been committing. 2 strength is actually pretty good if he wants to take that route, because he can start going for 4 of a kinds.
This
like
is true.
4 of a kind face cards.
He can get his deck super consistent if he strengths maybe his queens, maybe his 10s or his jacks. Get a bunch of one specific card and start pumping out that 5 of a kind. He really needs to commit in a direction. That's why his scoring isn't there. His money's up, but unfortunately his funny is up as well, and he's got to get that down.
Why is he not like? Okay, yeah, I think he uses the strength here. Yeah.
All right, we're going. This is a commitment.
Whoa.
He uses the Emperor.
What?
That's valid. That's valid.
Strength, oh, what a horrible Emperor pull.
Unfortunate Emperor Hermit. Okay. That is useless. I just realized that's useless. He's already rich. But you always like to see, a $20 hermit, right? But money is not what we need. We need glass.
Yeah.
We need glass. We need anything that gives a significant amount of base molt. It's absurd, but literally a misprint goes hard on ante 7 or whatever ante we're on right now. I'm not quite sure, but misprint actually goes crazy. Isn't that absurd? that like
mean,
the
yeah,
base
no.
mult is so low. We're
I mean,
looking
honestly,
for.
I think that the play might have been. I saw Supernova in the shop a few times. I
Mhm.
think the play might have been to take the Supernova. I'm gonna be honest.
Interesting.
It's just lacking.
All right, we got the
I mean-
Celestial pack. $200, by the way. $200.
Yeah, that's insane.
We need it. The thing is, if there's nothing to buy, that $200 is useless. We're gonna sink so much of that into rerolls here, but we need to. We need to find something, anything that will get us past this last situation, gets the free roll right into the astronomer
Yeah.
again. That's really funny.
Wait. Shoot
You
the-
might
wait,
consider
shoot
shoot the moon.
Oh,
You might.
that was the play. I
Unlucky.
think that was the play. Why didn't they open the Terra pack
There's
yet?
so
Okay.
many jokers. Look, there's so many jokers that they could find. Photograph is a
Maybe?
play. Photograph. Well, it is,
Like,
right?
maybe you have to
Comboed
hope
with-
for the Chad.
Well, I mean, that's the best thing you're gonna take here, right? There's nothing else you would take in this shop.
I mean, yeah,
it's
that's valid,
just
that's
photograph.
valid.
That's it. That's it. I mean, bro doesn't need
Why are they
to
putting
keep.
it above the smiley face?
Yeah, that I will say. It is. So jokers trigger from left to right, and that is very well known and a common understanding when it comes to base mult and times mult. But it also matters on the individual card. You see it multiplied. The queen, it multiplied by 2 before the additive +5 happened. So you want to make sure even on triggers that your face cards that like the base mult is before the times mult, because it will cost Bogle a little bit of score, but actually it was optimal. I didn't even realize. No, he might have done that intentionally.
Oh, but he might have
because
done it just for
he scored a little bit less so he could farm more optimally. Bro, we were
Oh
talking
my
crap for
God.
no reason, dude.
Wait.
He was actually optimal.
He might actually be cooking with this. Hold on.
Yo, he was cooking. He was actually cooking. Okay, we're buying the strength. We're trying to find jacks here.
Oh my
I
God.
mean, that
Huge
is a
pull.
jack. That's such a good pull. He needs the base mult
needs the
from
base
that jack. He wants to strength that. And if he gets the lucky hit as well, that's 20 more base mult. Please don't skip. No!
No!
Oh, man, it's tragic. It's tragic over
that's
here.
horrible, bro.
Blackboard. Okay, you got to pick up Blackboard here, right? You need the score. You need as much score as you can get, as much
depends
times
on-
as you can get.
Depends on
I
how
know
much
it's hard.
red is in their deck.
Oh, man.
Oh my
Okay.
God, wait,
Okay, the
trio's
trio.
Crazy?
Okay, the trio's nuts. Okay, you get rid of gold card here, right? You get rid of golden ticket. We already have so much money. We don't need more.
Money.
We need to prioritize scoring, and face cards is our scoring. Oh, that's tragic. That's tragic. We need anything that gives base mult. Anything that gives base mult.
The fact that I'm actually
Not to intrude here, but I just think it's so funny how he always does the exact opposite of what you'd want him to do in every given scenario. But also here, Vampire is not a bad.
I hate
Not-
to say
not
it, but
a
you're
bad
right.
yeah, for sure.
Because
You're
it's
better than gold ticket.
the only situation where Vampire is not a bad pick.
Yeah, we were
Better
talking
than
about
gold
it
ticket.
earlier. We were talking about it earlier when you got the Midas mask. It could be the play, and he's taking it. Okay. That's interesting. Maybe if he wins this, that'd be huge. Because then he can get the Vampire online.
Maybe.
I'm gonna be honest, not very faithful in this win, but it depends on what Luka has too.
Yeah, Luka.
Maybe Luka
My-
just didn't see the three of a kind, the trio.
Yeah, maybe, because they might not have as deep wallets as Bogle here. Bogle is very, very, very rich.
Surprised they didn't go more all out with their money.
Yeah, keeping $125 is a ballsy play for sure. They're saying that I am going to win this next blind, and I am going to find new things in the next shop. That is a statement for sure, being made.
What would be the reason here for them to not play that straight for the vampire procs?
They don't
That
want
is a
to get
great
rid of their
question.
queens. They don't want to get rid of their queens and jacks because
wanna have
they
real
need
proc.
they need the 5 of a kind here. It's
Oh,
their
that-
only base mult. So they found strength for the jacks. That's very good. If I am Luka here, I'm just discarding. Oh, please don't do it. Please strength your jacks. I'm begging. Thank
yes,
you.
yes, yes, yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Wait, what?
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 Wait, what?
What? What is happening? No! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. You know, there's more queens in the deck. There's more queens in the deck.
Yeah,
There's
they have
approximately
more
two
than
more. There's 2 more queens in the deck. It's fine. That's a
Wait,
justice
wait,
card.
wait,
That is
hold
a
on.
justice card. Oh wait, vampire screwing over the justice card. That is
I honestly, I'd sell it mid round for
No,
just for the justice, maybe.
no. The vampire's outscaling justice here because the vampire is gonna get to higher than 2x. Oh wait, no. Wait, I'm not sure.
I think he's cooked either way.
No.
I'm sorry to say, but I think he's cooked either way.
No. Oh no, he doesn't. No, he got rid of the glass. Oh man, he's gonna have to play a 4 of a kind here, and it's not gonna do it, man. It's not. That's not gonna score 2 million. I hate to say it, but this round is over. I'm sorry, Bogle. You put up a good fight.
Unfortunate. That was a good fight though. That was such a dry seed, honestly.
You know, maybe if Bogle had Obelisk, it would win. Just saying.
True.
Just saying.
True. No. Fully agree. This is my Obelisk supremacy. I'm just saying.
How do you feel about that game, Bogle?
That was awful. My God, like it
Valid.
It started pretty bad, but I don't know how my opponent played, but I felt like I had a chance when I got the golden ticket.
The Midas Mask combo and the Pareidolia combo with golden ticket was one of the most beautiful economy plays I've ever seen in my entire time playing Balatro. I'm not gonna lie, I've never seen that much money, and I've never seen $200 in someone's pocket in a 1v1. That is absurd. That was such a good play by you to have that there. But where'd it go wrong?
I started very poorly, so I felt like I had to at least leave a lot of money behind to actually have a chance at the later runs, and that really killed me. I really didn't. For example, I really didn't want to make the play of picking out the vampire, for example. But I thought this was my only thing I could do. Maybe I should have rolled further, but even then, I was a little skeptical of being able to find something when I was rolling to $10-11.
That's kind of what we were talking about, that you should have rolled more, especially when on 1 life.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I think if you committed an ante and a half earlier, I think you could have won that.
Luka, how about you talk about your game? We didn't get to see your perspective. What were you running?
Oh yeah.
I did similar stuff near the start. You're talking about Pareidolia, Midas Mask into Golden Ticket. I did the same thing. I almost missed it. I had to sell 2 jokers and barely make $7 to buy it, because I just kind of skipped it by, and I almost went for I don't remember, but the joker that gives you money every time you play diamonds.
I mean, best $7 you ever spent. Am I right?
Best $7 ever.
Holy.
I got $1 million for it.
Yeah. It's a crazy return on investment.
Yeah, I started playing towards having, because in an early standard pack I got a polychrome jack. So I started playing towards jacks. I just used some strength cards, and going into the ante before the last one, I had a few glass cards, and that's the only reason I was able to win that. But before that happened, I rolled down to $10, and I found an idol. And I just decided to hold on to it.
That's a ballsy play. No, we saw the idol on Bogle's POV as well, but that was not taken.
On the big blinds near the end, it landed on Jack of Hearts. So I skipped because I had 5 Jacks of Hearts, 3 of which were glass.
Ooh.
And,
dude, I love to see idol. I love to see idol getting some action.
It was a very funny joker. I'm glad I was able to spot that it landed on jacks.
It's crazy how some of the games here have been decided with idol, a card that a lot of people that are high up would consider just useless in multi.
No, for sure. I mean, I've never been able to utilize it very well, but sometimes when your deck is mostly, when you have 5 copies of one card, you see it on that specific card in the shop. You can take it, you skip all the way to the boss blind, especially if they're on their last life. It's super powerful. But picking it up and holding on to it is something that I would almost probably never do and never consider, but it absolutely paid off for you in a major way this game. So yeah, good job, man.
Also crazy how no retriggers were played that game. That's
true.
It was retriggerless game.
Yeah, retriggerless game.
No retriggers.
Top level is crazy.
Yeah.
My
I mean,
God.
the seeds were just like, and there's so much money in that game too, so much re-rolling. Nobody found any.
For the finals here, both players have agreed to a best of 3. So we're going to be playing a best of 3 where each deck they play will be banned in the next match. So.
All right.
Oh, that's cool.
Starting off with a blue deck. You know, I have not been a blue deck enjoyer. I'm not gonna lie. My strategy for playing, for getting MMR at least, has always been to pick the most complicated decks I can think of and making my opponent think. And typically, I will outthink them. Right. Also, there was a funny straight flush there, but it was not taken. But it doesn't matter. It's the same result either way. Maximum money. Rocket is a joker of all time. I'm not gonna lie. That is. Taking the
Oh my God! Wait, minus
Midas Mask.
Yes.
My
Yes,
God!
my
Wait,
God.
this is separation. This is separation right here. This could be a game changer because that rocket is tempting. I'm not gonna lie, that rocket is very tempting in this very first shop. And if you buy that rocket, you don't have enough money to purchase that pack that Midas Mask was in. So if
I think
what's his name? I keep forgetting her. I keep forgetting their name, man. Marvin. If Marvin did not open that pack, that is a very significant amount of econ going the way of Luka here.
Oh wait, this is like good greeting. This is some really.
Yeah, this is really good greeting here. Not winning the first one
actually.
intentionally, trying to get as many gold cards as possible.
Oh, death
Death is so massive here. We love to see death. It's super useful for deck fixing. Unfortunately, we're not going to have enough for that hallucination, which can be very nice in these 1v1s, but like you take what you can get. Sometimes you can't get everything you want.
Go for the flush or go for the straight here. They did not go for the straight. Okay.
So
That's just, like,
my thought
personal
process is I win with Fibonacci every time here, right?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
no
that's what
shot
I'm
I
saying.
don't win with Fibonacci. So I'm gonna play incredibly low scoring hands with as many face cards as possible, get as much of my deck to gold and as quick as possible. Looks like we just have like one jack in the deck, I believe. That is not. I'm not sure. I'll have to get a look at that deck one more time. We're trying to get the entire deck golden, and then we're gonna win with Fibonacci with this ace pair here. With this ace pair, he knows he can win with it. He's highlighting it, but he's not gonna play it yet because he's trying to find that jack.
He's trying to find that king too.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I guess he's gonna play it here. That's also fine.
Yeah. Both plays are acceptable.
Yep.
I think they're really just considering it, but I think they realized it wasn't worth it.
I mean, personally, I'm the greediest person alive, so I would have went for a hanging Chad.
God, okay.
That's a hanging Chad with Fibonacci. If the opponent did not get Fibonacci, which I'm pretty sure they got Fibonacci. If I was to guess what the opponent has, it's gonna be Rocket Fibonacci. Why are you? Oh, they're hexing it. I need to speak personally with Luka after that one. I need to have a conversation. I need to talk to Luka after that decision. That is absurd. You have Fib, man.
Crazy.
Oh man, he might be selling here, but it's okay. You know, maybe that 1.5x mult is really all that mattered. You know, we'll find out. You know, that okay, it is true that the 1.5x mult on Hanging Chad late game will be more valuable than Fibonacci if you have the right build, if you have the right setup.
But Fib can help you with so much econ. Because you can just beat blinds easily with Fib. You can beat the gold cards.
Yes, but Judgment and some other jokers should be able to, Scary Face, beautiful. Yeah. He's going to get carried through anyway. Looks like we're going for queens here instead of the kings. We're going to take that jack as well. That strength is a great pickup because now we can turn that jack into a queen. I will say that the Polychrome Hanging Chad, I'm dissing on it right now. I don't like it personally because it will throw this next 1v1. I think that Luka is very aware the sacrifice that he's making at the expense of this Hanging Chad being Polychrome. He's very aware that his decision to do that is going to probably cost him this first 1v1, but he's doing it for a reason, and that is that Hanging Chad is 100% making it all the way to that final build. And when it does, that 1.5x is going to be more valuable than a few extra, like maybe 16 base molt that he'll get from the Fibonacci retrigger.
Are they going to pick up this jack here? I mean, maybe. Oh, okay, yeah,
Considerable.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
that's a
that
jack
did
you don't
not
pass up
good.
on. That is okay, and it looks like he's found a joker that is retriggerable with the hanging chad. It's not as good as Fibonacci, but it is something he can utilize, which is all that matters.
I think they kind of just understand they're not gonna win this one. I mean, maybe unless the opponent did like similar plays. But
Yeah, I
honestly,
mean,
I think that selling the fib might just be like a horrible play.
again, we're gonna
Especially just
find
for
out
the first,
here.
yeah, especially for the first few.
So
They
it
have
looks like
just
our
probably
opponent, yeah, the opponent scored twice as much as Luka did in this first hand. But to be fair, those were not incredibly strong hands. Those were not with face cards. Those were not with the chips from Scary Face. So it's way too early to make a deciding factor. He draws a 5 of a kind. That is super significant. Um, the extra chips and like the retrigger on the foil card is going to be so huge.
Oh, they're
Please
going
put the
for it?
foil card first. No tragedy, but I don't think it should matter that
The
much.
most more important. The most more important because of the polychrome chat.
There was wait, what extra molt were they getting?
They have gluttonous joker, so
Oh,
they're getting clubs. They're getting club malt. That's why
yeah,
they
that is one of my first L's of the evening. Apologies, I am not big
they
brain.
won. Oh, that's crazy. I did not think they were
No,
winning that. I'm gonna be honest.
that honestly, look, there's a reason Luka's in the finals here. I am not in the finals. You are not in the finals. We tried. We fought hard in this tournament. We got knocked out at some point. These players are here because they deserve to be here. It's a careful deliberation between Asteroid and Mars, I would assume. Personally, I'm taking the Mars because it is going to give me like a 1.3x increase of my X-molt, and then like a significant amount in chips. And the Asteroid is highly unlikely to actually hit anything the opponent has. It relies on the opponent having leveled up a planet in the first place. I approve of that play. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate that play.
Approve. I was thinking of which play they were gonna make, whether to
Yeah.
death the queen or the. I approve of that because those planet cards are gonna really scale up.
Yep, for sure. You want to get four. Personally, I like 4 of a kind here. You can also get 5 of a kinds. But considering we don't have a fully flushed out queens setup yet, we don't have a bunch of queens. We have like maybe 6 in the deck, I want to say.
Are they rolling for the second jack right now?
Of course they're rolling for the second jack. You always go for the second jack.
Obviously.
Huge.
Oh,
so now
huge.
it looks like they're gonna try to get another queen as well. Get a 5 of a kind, 2 5 of a kind planets. That is massive. That is so big for Luka here. Getting 2 extra levels in 5 of a kind could absolutely be the deciding factor in this 1v1. Like the extra chips and the extra molt, the base molt is massive because if we find like a photograph or something like that, a photograph with high base molt on the planets is going to be so much more important than like a photograph if it's like a high card or something. Glass is
the glass. Oh, that's
yeah. He's gonna strength it. He's looking for strength, 2 strength, and he's gonna turn it into a queen.
2 strength is like a huge gamble of getting them.
But that could be the difference. That's the point. That could be the difference. Luka deciding to like really not care about interest at all is an understandable play considering the amount of gold cards he has in his deck. But the only problem is his winning hand is most of the time going to be a 4 of a kind, 5 of a kind, and if he wants to have the blue seals over the gold cards, which I would imagine I would prioritize the blue seals over the gold cards. And you have 2 blue seals and you play 4 of a kind, you only have room for 2 gold cards. That's a max of 6 gold around from gold cards. You still need that interest. You don't have the money machine that you might think you do.
Oh,
finding that second blue seal is huge. But here you can see they're at $0. They're not making any interest. They have a great setup right now. Don't get me wrong. but they cannot reroll. If the opponent hits like a blueprint or something like that in the shops that Luka isn't able to because his economy is not doing that well, it's gonna be a major problem. The free asteroid is nice for sure, though.
The thing is, though, is that they can take the fall of losing a life to get their econ back up. I'd say.
What are you thinking about Faceless Joker here? I'm thinking I'm always taking it, right?
I think it's a play. No, it's definitely the play. They're probably gonna greed this boss line too to get their econ up.
I mean, personally, if I'm in Luka's situation, I'm thinking I just leveled up my 5 of a kind twice. I mean, 4 times actually. 4 times. Okay, that is a lot of times. That is a lot of times. Okay, and that is an advantage that I'm having over Marban here, and I want to utilize that. I want to take his 3 lives to 4, right? So
his 3 lives to 4.
Yeah, take so 3 to 2. My bad. I'm yapping here. I'm yapping over here. It's fine. They're getting good use out of that Faceless Joker. Got $5 discard there.
Ooh, that's
getting the steal.
Huge.
Yeah.
They always pull a queen here, right?
Yeah. They always pull a queen here. Surely.
50K. Yeah, they're not.
Every time. Not even a question. Holy. So here.
No. They're not beating them. They're gonna greed.
No. They're gonna win this. They're gonna win this 100%. They should put the foil here first because they're gonna get approximately 1, 2, 3 times 3 is 9. They're gonna get 9 more from this queen, which is times 1.3x their score. But re-triggering that chips would have been so much more significant there. I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, they don't take. That's a seltzer. That is a seltzer. Unfortunately, there's no glass in the build right now, but that's something Luka really needs to be looking for right now.
They might not take it. They might not take the seltzer. Because what are they really seltzering? And they're also using a bunch of. They're using
their
a
economy
bunch of to roll for the queens.
You're right. You're actually correct about that. That's unfortunate. They're not finding what they need here. And they're at $0.
Their opponent getting that is. Ooh, that sucks.
See, like this is where we're running into the problem of you just don't have the economy to get what you need. Seltzer up 100% if the opponent has a good economy and they've been making the correct decisions here. They're taking Seltzer. They're having their glass that they've got from having lots of money, and they are going to absolutely demolish Luka here in this next blind. But Luka is just not in a position to take Seltzer because he's using his hands to find his blue seals, to find his 5 of a kind, and steamroll the blinds with that. He needs to do that. So Seltzer just doesn't work for him here.
I think if I was in issues, I'd just roll for more glass. Okay. Like I'd spend hands to roll for the glass, I think. Or to roll for the gold, not the glass. My bad.
Yeah, I mean personally that's probably what I would do too. I would probably also discard with the Faceless Joker. It's a very easy Joker to forget that you have, but it's so powerful. It's so incredibly powerful.
Ice Cream might be a okay play to take for the Gluttonous Joker.
I don't agree because they already have Scary Face. Scary Face is 90 chips. And Ice Cream is only going to get worse over time. And holographic, that holographic is not going to be the most helpful when their base on 5 of a kind is already up to like 30 with those planet cards. And Ice Cream's only just going to get worse than Face card over time. But you could consider taking it over the planet Joker for sure.
I was considering it over the Gluttonous because the Gluttonous is only giving 9 every 5 of a kind.
Yeah, over the Gluttonous as well. That's also a perfectly respectable play. I really like that Luka right now is utilizing his Faceless Joker, trying to get that economy back up any way possible. This is massive. We like
all in on planets. Like if their opponent gets something that's like build based and if their opponent gets anything build based, they're kind of screwed because they're just scoring really consistent good hands, but their opponent might just have like glass.
Yes, but here's the thing though, because Luka has such a strong planet card base, his base mult is so high. If let's say we run into a photograph, at any time photograph could appear. If photograph shows up, Luka is in the better position because he has the higher base molt on his planets. Because that ×2 on the planet on the face card is going to be multiplying 2 by 33 or 36 or whatever it is. And if Maven has not been leveling these planets as much as Luka has, he's actually going to be in a worse position. So Maven might be more set up with the Jokers for the retrigger build, but once they have the same Jokers, let's say Luka rerolls into the exact same Jokers as Maven, then Luka is going to be in the better position instead.
Holy, Luka's being so trigger happy with money. Like they had 17 and they spent it all on the voucher and the gift card. Gift card's
What was that
interesting.
voucher?
It was Crystal Ball.
Interesting.
Yo, bro, check that notification.
Dang, you heard that? That's crazy.
Yeah, bro.
Oh man, sorry about that. My microphone picks up a lot, but
On our
what's
decider
most
game
important?
here, on our decider game here, it looks like that just ended with Bogle taking the win against Jake.
Oh,
GG Bogle.
Jake commenting
GG
that
Jake.
they had a certificate and drew 0 of the cards they needed, got some terrible luck, and lost the game.
Unlucky
Bogle.
Jake.
Certificate and multi's kind of.
Okay, I really like that Luka is. Okay, I take it back. I was gonna say I like that Luka isn't greeting and is discarding the jack just in case he doesn't get those queens. But he kept it, which is a play as well. Again, prioritizing that late game build. He does not. He's not winning this.
Yeah.
He gets 56k. But the thing is, all he needs is a glass, because I guarantee you that's what his opponent has. His opponent has Hanging Chad and a glass card. 100%. Also, they might have rerolled and found a photograph. That's a big problem. If you're gonna run Hanging Chad, you need a good economy, because the decider in the game will always be who finds photograph, okay? And that means you need money, you need a lot of it, so that you can reroll every single shop. Also, that reroll voucher,
Love this voucher.
maybe you want to pick it up. Maybe you want to pick it up, because that's all that matters. You just need photograph.
They're probably gonna pick it up in a little bit.
Also,
If I had to guess.
You know it would go hard.
It's always just an always take.
You know
The
it would
red
go
steel
hard
glass.
right now.
Let's hear
Hanging
it.
bad. Hanging bad absolutely cooks. Okay? And I'll tell you why. It's
No,
because
you're so right. I see the
Luka-
vision.
Luka has been prioritizing these planets all game long. Planet card, planet card, planet card. Getting that 5 of a kind super, super high level, okay? And if
Hanging Chad isn't
the
doing much for
opponent,
them.
if the Hanging Chad, if the opponent has photograph Hanging Chad, which I don't know, I have a hunch, I don't know, but I have a very high, strong suspicion that they have photograph Hanging Chad, that photograph Hanging Chad is doing so much more for the opponent than Luka. But when you take away that glass face card re-trigger ×2 for your opponent, all they're left with is their base molt planets, which Luka is steamrolling in right now. Luka has every single planet card you would wish, and that strength is so good. Getting Red Seal Queen, Red Seal Queen. Red Seal Queen could absolutely decide this game.
Hanging Bad might not be the play anymore.
No, it still is. It still is, because you can put that Red Seal Queen at any point in your hand. It's fine. Re-triggering the Red Seal doesn't make the Red Seal re-trigger multiple times. It's just like an additional one on top of it. So putting it at the front versus the back does not matter. All right, here's the thing.
I mean, still, if they want like a photograph though, it's so much better if they have. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if they take Hanging Bad, but I mean, if the opponent's playing similar to this, they could probably also dodge it.
Well, I highly doubt. I'm just saying I highly doubt they have as many planet cards as Luka here. Now, optimal play is you play the 7, try to find another queen so you can get $3, but it doesn't matter too much. I mean,
Yeah.
It's still fine. It's still fine. We have the important plan is we're not, the only important thing is that we're not broke anymore. We were ending these rounds with $0 left in our bank account, but now we have a solid foundation of money. We're going to be building up interest. We can re-roll for that hanging bad. We can re-roll for any sort of like glass cards. Like Justice is huge. We can re-roll for so much. Unlucky, there's no glass there.
These Terras are tragic, honestly.
Turning that queen into a wild card, a little bit questionable,
okay, yeah,
but
the reroll voucher now.
that's a photograph. That's a photograph.
Huge,
Okay.
Huge.
Okay, that's a photograph.
They take the lucky cards here, right? Okay.
Yeah, you gotta take it. You gotta.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we see if these planet cards have paid off. The only problem is there's no glass queens in the deck for Luka here. That's the really big thing that Luka wants is a glass queen. Get that re-trigger multiple times so that you're not just getting the photograph value, you're also getting glass on top of that. If the opponent has it and Luka doesn't, I don't think it's going to be enough. But the lucky card might be able to supplement that just a little bit because if you can get
seal right now, they're looking for the red seal.
Oh, they're looking for the red seal.
Wait, are they? I
need
thought
to.
They were.
Wait, they're trying to play it twice in one round. They're trying to play it twice. That might be the play that they need to go for though, because that's an effective ×2 molt, right? 554k is a significant difference from their last performance. Okay, that is like 10 times as much as what they put up last time. So we're heading in the right direction at least. Bare minimum. Discarding that steal was interesting, I will say.
They did it for the money.
They did it for the money. That's completely valid. Okay, we found the red seal. We found the red seal.
They have to discard. Yeah. Do they have 2 more queens? Huge! Oh my god!
Oh my god! Wait, they're absolutely locking in right now.
Oh my god!
Holy wait! They might have cooked. I fear they might have cooked. I fear they may have cooked. Oh my goodness!
Really? Okay, wait. That's an interesting.
That's interesting. So, okay, 7.65 million is unfortunately. I think that's just a little bit too high for Luka to get here, but it's progress. It's progress in the right direction. Luka is catching up. Like that before Luka's highest scoring hand was 50k. That was a throwaway to the opponent that I keep forgetting the name of. I'm sorry.
Marban.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a throwaway to Marban. Invisible Joker could go crazy here. Selling that gift card finally. Invisible Joker actually goes kind of nuts here. If I am Luka here, I'm thinking if I had a glass that last round, if that red seal was glass, I won that round. That would have been enough, right? Glass triggering 4 times, because the red seal, twice because of Hanging Chad, and once because it triggers by itself. That's 4 extra times, 2 to the power of 4. That's like 16. He 16 times his million score would have won him that round. So I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe I actually just commit to this Hanging Chad. I don't need Hanging Bad. I'm gonna do photograph Hanging Chad better than him. And you know why? It's because I made a polychrome Hanging Chad. That 1.5x is gonna be the difference. Okay? That's what, you know what? I'm calling it. Luka is gonna win by a thin margin because he polychromed the Hanging Chad, and I'm gonna be in disbelief. I'm calling it.
I mean, honestly, if they do, that would be just insanely impressive.
Golden ticket is considerable here. They have gold cards in the deck. That is $12 per golden card played. I am 100% considering getting rid of Scary Face for that golden joker. It gives the econ needed to just barely they should have yeah, they messed that up a little bit. They should have discarded 4 cards with the hand and gotten more money.
Okay, well, yeah, this is how they earn just a lot of money.
Yeah, they play these hands exactly like how they're doing here. They're gonna be rich off of this. Right now they're just trying to find the 5 of a kind, the 2 planet cards. I will say, It is a little bit unfortunate, but those planet cards are wearing off. The effectiveness of them is just not like it used to be. I think every planet card is maybe giving like 1.1x their score. It's not that significant anymore. Every single planet card they're getting. But they're gonna sell this Invisible Joker. They're gonna make sure that they only have Photograph and Hanging Chad left in hand when they do it.
That's what I was saying. It might actually be worth it to risk it with Golden Ticket. No, they're not.
You
they're
need
not.
scoring. You have to get
What?
scoring here.
Oh, yeah,
If you don't,
they need it.
you're cooked.
Oh,
Justice!
that's
Justice!
huge.
That is a Justice card! A Justice card has hit the Tarot pack. Oh my goodness. That is what we like to see. Unfortunately, that means the opponent 100% has it too. What are you doing in this situation? There's only one choice. You have to reroll all the way down. You have to reroll all the way down.
That's the best possible one.
You have to reroll all the way down and grabbing that credit card was actually really smart. Gets you another Justice card. Oh my goodness.
One more reroll. They have to do
Okay.
one more.
Okay. You know, this is the setup. This is the setup. I like the business card as well. The business card is gonna let them maintain just a little bit of their economy, even
rolling a glass.
going through a desperate thing.
They need to get the red seal.
Yeah, they need to get Justice on that red seal. That is their win condition. They need to find it. They should be chucking every single queen if it's not a red seal. I do not care. You need to. That is also a play. That is completely fine. But all that matters here, in my opinion, is finding that red seal glass. Well, you need to, right? You have to find the red seal.
What? Wait,
Justicing early. What?
What? Oh, this is selling. This is actually selling.
Oh no. Okay. Okay, we'll see if it makes a crazy difference. But in my opinion, you gotta keep discarding here.
Seal. Yeah.
They might they might be trying to play two hands, right? Like they did last time.
No, but
that might be what they're considering.
Why not wait until the last hand?
Glass, yeah, like, why? This is a really high pressure situation for both opponents. Like it's very easy to just overlook small things and make some slight suboptimal plays, but that's where
they're still looking for the red seal.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was definitely the optimal play to keep looking for that red seal and then justice it then, but it's sometimes you just are in the heat of the moment, you just make a slight mistake. Hopefully it is not the run ender for Luka today.
It might
but
be.
Remember,
it might be.
It might be the critical mistake, but there's still hope. That is a 63 million score.
That is a good hand.
That is a 63 million score.
I mean,
would you think that's good enough?
I mean, they might have gotten Sock. I feel like Marban has a big money advantage. Yeah.
Ooh, that's 1 billion.
That has to be with Sock. That just
1 billion. All right, congratulations to our predictors who predicted in the billions. You were correct.
Well, I mean,
it's still 1 billion.
Okay. It's still there's still a few.
Oh yeah. But I was talking about this match. All right.
This is like the biggest underdog story I've ever seen. I haven't even heard of Marban before.
I've never heard of Marban. I've never heard of Marban. I've been in this server like very active for quite a while. I've heard of most of these players, but not Marban, and he's on top right now. He's 1-0.
I really thought that Phantom was gonna win this. Like that's the one I expected. He's top in attrition. I've played him before. The builds he goes for are just insane.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honestly really surprised he got out round 1 too. That's crazy.
Let's start with Luka. What happened, man? What went wrong?
They surely found something that I didn't.
Which
means I probably failed on the econ.
Yeah.
Don't know what it was. I'm curious.
I'm really surprised you didn't try to pull for the red seal queen and glass it.
Yeah, I noticed that like after, but I don't think it would have made a difference.
Yeah, it was 1 billion score.
Marvin, what'd you get? Like, what were your jokers?
So I was running Photoshed, basically the whole. I also found a blueprint on Anti-3, I think.
That's the difference.
And I was running Glass Kings with also I copied the photograph.
Did you ever find the red seal?
No. No,
Oh
Spectre.
man.
No. Wait, what?
No, it was in a standard pack.
It was a standard pack.
Oh yeah, no, I never
Yeah,
found it.
we played very similar runs. I did not get blueprint.
No,
I mean,
that's
it's
not.
best of three. It's best of three.
I
So.
also it's probably I kept the rocket from stop one like all the whole game, so I had a lot of money at all times.
I knew it. I knew you took Rocket. Oh my goodness. So I made a prediction. You ran with Rocket Fibonacci for the first anti, right?
I actually didn't take the Fibonacci.
Really? What'd you take
What?
instead?
Bruh.
I can't remember what was in the pack. There was
I think there was a Rocket Fibonacci, a Scary Face, and one other Joker that wasn't relevant.
No, there was only
I
two in
had
that pack. It was
Wait,
it was
in the
a
oh,
$4 pack.
yeah, it was just what the
wait,
yeah.
what
Whatever
was
the
in
one
pack?
other than Fibonacci was.
No,
Yeah,
it was
we took the other one.
Even Midas Mask were in the same pack. I thought.
No, it was not. Midas Mask because at one point Luka had Fibonacci and Midas Mask. So
There were two packs. There was a jumbo pack
Yeah.
and a standard pack. I
Yeah.
got Midas Mask got a 1 and Fibonacci out of the other.
Yeah, I will say, Luka, that start was very strong from you. Getting that Midas Mask, Fibonacci, I thought you were set for the win because that rocket in the shop looked very, very tempting to me. And if you buy that rocket, you cannot open the jumbo pack. So I thought that was
very paranoid about that.
Yeah, but like that paid off in a major way. That the getting the Midas Mask for the early economy could have helped you a lot more. I feel like you maybe didn't utilize it as well as you could have, like keeping as many gold cards as you could have. And we kind of saw it when you ended some rounds with $0, which put you in a bit of a rough situation. But
For sure.
but early on, I was like 90% sure you were gonna win off of that Midas Mask.
After the fact.
Best of 3, right?
Yeah, this is a
so
best
am I.
of 3. Looks like
Is-
we're playing on erratic deck. I'm so happy they're spending so much time looking at this deck because it's important. Looks like I get 8 kings. 8 kings is a significant amount of kings. We are most definitely going to see 5 of a kind kings build from both players. Of all the cards to get, kings is definitely the most powerful. It synergizes with every single face card. With Baron, Mime is like the most pog one, of course. If you see that, you are absolutely out of your mind. What is this? This is a misplay already, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 284.
Sometimes
Going for that flush.
Sometimes you just can't hit that though. Oh,
Yeah.
always on erratic. I always go for.
Yeah, but
we always
I'm
go
just saying
for like I always go for full houses. Just personally.
that was more of the strat.
Campfire.
Oh, Campfire's
honestly,
a funny Joker.
Honestly, I think I would personally take Campfire here. Just Campfire early, you can really set up with something like Vagabond, something like Cartomancer.
You say Campfire, I say Flower Pot. What do you think about that?
What?
Two very
Okay,
controversial
Flower-
jokers.
Flower Pot,
Yep.
it has uses. Like it has uses for sure. Okay, they're just playing for Mystic Summit, but
Yep.
I've seen the times I've used it. It has been a very fun Joker to play. Is it practical? That's a questionable thing to say.
No, it's not even questionable. Objectively, it is very
hit the
useful.
road. Wait. I
on-
always say hit the road. What?
Dude, on this deck right now, you have so many kings. You're gonna draw one of each kind, and if you don't, I mean, well, then I guess you just take an L. But like, it's unlikely. Like, you're gonna play 4 of a kind. You're gonna get your kings. Even Full House. Full House is way easier to trigger Flower Pot.
I mean, I guess you can also set up with wilds, which that's definitely a play.
For sure.
Which like if you take Flower Pot, I think you kind of just have to set up with wilds.
Not necessarily, because you never take Flower Pot as a
Permanent
as
Joker.
a consistent endgame Joker. You just take it when it is available to you for some quick scoring, right?
I don't know, I feel like it's very committal, especially in erratic, because erratic usually has like mismatched suits. Like if they open up their decks again, I think they had a very low amount of hearts. Which that's definitely just gonna lower the chances of Flower Pot procs.
Looks like they're just gonna win with a flush here. Stream's a little bit choppy, so it's hard to tell what's going on. But if I know any top Balatro player, they're buying delayed gratification here. Even though it doesn't synergize with their Mystic Summit, the misprint should be enough to carry them through these next few blinds. Oh, they're re-rolling it instead. I mean, that's a play that isn't going to look good on their economy, but I completely understand it when you want to prioritize scoring in these next few fights.
Damn, only 3 votes on the Obelisk on the poll is crazy.
Wait, let
I'm
me
just
look at this.
saying.
Wait,
I'm
let
just
me
saying.
look at this. I
It's
need
6
to
to
check
3.
this.
It's 6 to 3.
Let me. Oh man,
Bro.
bro, I
Bro,
voted for Vagabond, but Obelisk is in the
Virtue
lead.
Lies voted for for Vagabond. For Vagabond, my bad.
Of course, because bro, everyone knows Vagabond's the goat. All I'm saying. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
Okay, okay.
Wait, I'm gonna DM Marban. I'm gonna ask if something's going on with his internet or something because the stream is really choppy.
I just think they have a very low powered laptop.
Yeah,
They were having internet issues earlier, so I'm sure it's just that.
yeah, probably. All right, looking at the deck again, just making sure finalizing their plans. 6th Sense is a really good pickup that I did not even see. I was not paying attention when that happened.
I mean, yeah, no, just 6 Sense is just an insane Joker early. The Spectrals can be like Deja Vu. Wraith even is very good right now because he has no
He's
economy.
broke, yeah, for
I don't
sure.
know if I'd use the strength on this. I think I'd use like 1 on a 5, 1 on a queen. I think that's what they're going for, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely
maybe
the play
so.
I'd follow with that play. I agree with that.
I mean, the reason they're thinking about strengthening the 5 is because they want to play 6th Sense, right?
Yeah. No, that's what
and
I'm saying.
they're
Like, they also want to get more consistent 5 of a kinds, though. Okay, Luka's scoring very
yeah,
high.
but like the more 6s in your deck, the more times you and more consistent your draw of the 6 is going to be, right? So the more times you can get a spectral card.
I mean, how many 6s do they have in the deck currently? Because depending on that, I think that's what the play is. Because like it's a.
I'm not sure. I didn't pay attention to that. So there's the 5 of a kind, and looks like Luka just barely loses there, losing to the 5 of a kind kings. Okay, looks like we're popping the aces here, and that's big because now we can death an ace. For like maybe some full house shenanigans. We're getting another lucky card instead of a steel card because we want that money. We're a little bit broke. We need that $20 lucky trigger.
Are they going for 5 of kind of aces or kings? I actually can't tell.
They
I think
have
it might
both.
be.
They're very open-ended right now because they
I-
have 8 kings. Deja vu is nuts. I think this will tell you, and I think it's kings. I think they're putting it on the king. That's my call because there's so many more synergies.
There's so many more synergy with kings. The only really synergy with aces are just scholar.
Yeah, but having that backup. Oh, that's a $20 proc. I didn't see it, but I heard it, and that's all that I need to know. That is 100% changing this game. And that $20. Look, same seed Balatro means that most of the time your opponent is getting the same lucky card procs as you, but it is unlikely that Luka got that one because that came out of a 6 from the spectral card that gave enhanced aces, and then he deathed that ace. So there's like 4 different channels that Luka would need to copy to get to that exact lucky card like
I mean,
proc.
they are very
Unlikely.
sensible channels though. Like I think if I was in the shoes, I would have done very similar plays. Maybe not like exact, but similar enough to get the proc.
Maybe so. Maybe so for sure. Like I don't doubt that.
It's definitely a maybe though.
Well, here's the thing. Also, Marban strengthed his 5s to get that 6. So I don't think Luka did that at all. I think it's very doubtful that Luka strengthed his 5s to get that 6 to get the same spectral card. I guess I'm not 100% sure how the same seed works with like does it have to be the same 6? Does it have to be whatever, but
It would be anti-dependent and not the same 6. So if that deja vu came from that was the only 6 in that ante, then Luka would only have to pop 1 6 in that same ante to get this deja vu.
So it's based off of how many times it's procced in the ante.
Yes.
So if they okay, that makes sense. So in that case, it's very likely that they got the same exact aces as Marban here, but getting the deja vu might be a different story. Getting 2 6s may be completely different.
If Luka keeps that deja vu and they get a glass on it, that could be huge.
Well, yeah,
I think that's the play I would have taken personally. Just
The only thing
is
is,
just massive.
yes, for sure, but the thing you need to think about is a red seal is just so incredibly valuable. Do you want to risk glassing it right now and it potentially breaking? Personally, I want to glass it only when I can death it, and I want to try to win these first few hands, and see if I can score higher than my opponent. My score was higher than my opponent last round. Hopefully it will be this time as well. And hopefully I'm not needing that red seal glass king. If you need it, then oh well, it is what it is. At least. Oh, also the red seal on the lucky card could be even bigger because you're increasing the base mult if you get times 20.
That glass break is awful. That's horrible.
That glass break is unfortunate. I don't think that
I
Marban
don't
has another
think
high scoring card.
I do not think they're beating. I don't think they're winning this round.
Yeah, I mean they're really gonna have to pull something out of nowhere. They're gonna have to get maybe like a lucky card proc. They have one hand left to do it, and unfortunately, it's gonna be a high card. I don't think it's gonna be enough.
Okay, well, Luka winning this round is huge. They're also gonna have to sell the popcorn, which popcorn is just not it's just not a joker I typically take.
Mhm.
I'm not saying like it's not bad. I see the use for it. It's just not something I would keep.
Yeah, for sure.
Playing the 6 is an interesting.
You know,
I do not
sometimes
see the point behind that.
well,
I mean, like, yeah.
look,
I
playing
guess.
the 6 is probably the optimal play here. But again, you need to remember it's very easy to forget that you have certain jokers. Like and sometimes the optimal play will not be made. You know, it's super easy to see this as a spectator, but when you're in the finals, you're one game away from winning everything. It's just so hard to keep that focus and make sure you're doing everything optimal because there's so many little tiny decisions that matter and you have to pay attention to all of them. But all that matters is who makes the least amount of mistakes here, and we're gonna find out. We're seeing that hanging bad. I don't think it's gonna get picked up. We haven't seen hanging Chad or photograph or anything like that. Okay. Oh, what happened?
It looks like they just completely lost internet. We might have to redo the match.
That is unfortunate.
It might be better to have Luka continue streaming.
Yeah, I think we need to have Luka continue streaming for sure. But that is an unfortunate turn of events, the disconnect. And that game seemed pretty even to me.
Yeah, it did seem pretty even.
I don't think we can really make a deciding factor on which person was gonna win that game. So we're gonna have to run it back. And it's not intuitive, okay? And a lot of people are gonna say ×2 chips. So it's don't worry, virtualized. Don't worry. Don't worry. Unless you're plasma deck, no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Actually, no, it does matter if you're plasma deck. I take that back. If you're plasma deck, it is different. ×2 molt is better. Okay, you're right. You're right. I take it back. All right, let me see here. What's going on in the game? We're in the game. I need to stop yapping about unrelated things. All right, 4 of a kind.
We got a lot of 10s.
Wait.
4 of a kind. 10s.
I hope they open the deck. I didn't see.
Oh yeah, I didn't see it either. Let's see how many 10s there are.
I can
see how many 3s there are. Okay, opening the Buffoon pack, a great play. I'm personally taking the order here. I don't think that Diet Cola is going to provide me.
No, but it's erratic though. You never get straight on erratic.
I guess I didn't look at the deck well enough. But like, I just feel like Diet Cola is never useful.
Yeah, we've got
and also here.
Oh wait, there's a build of the deck.
10s, 6s, and 4s, lots of diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Diet Cola is almost never useful because you almost never want to be skipping a shop.
You never skip.
Yeah, and like the straight, even if you don't get the ×3 molt, it's a rare joker, which means it has a higher sell value, right? I do appreciate them buying the egg here though. That's good. You take the card swipe here for sure. Stone card, Perkio. Dang. No Perkio.
They have 6 face cards in the whole deck.
Wait. I think here I put glass on the king to just destroy a face card. That's just always what I would do.
Okay,
here.
what about what's the egg sell value at? You could consider maybe selling your egg into Hermit.
Hermit, yeah.
But yeah, Luka really spending a lot of their money on these early things. But like, I can't really blame them because how are you gonna pass up on? Well, I don't know. Here's the thing. I personally don't think that the opponent has the Canio, and I'll tell you why. It's because when they bought that Arcana pack, they were on low money. They did not have much money at all, and buying Arcana packs when you don't have any money, especially early on, is a very risky thing to do. So this Arcana pack very early on, giving them the Canio, could very well be the decider.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not many face cards in this deck, but like still having a ×6 Molt Joker is nothing to scoff at. Like that is not bad in the least. I wish I knew if they had Canio or not.
We need Marban to screen share. Like
yeah, but unfortunately we can only have one screen share at the time. And here for some reason I do not know why.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
also I wouldn't want to.
Aura. Going for Aura on the 4 instead of the blue seal is a play. I think it's gonna pay off if they find like a hack.
If they find a hack, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because they have a lot of low. They have a lot of low scoring cards.
Yeah, they also seem to have a lot of 10s, so maybe they're looking for like a 10-4, like a walkie-talkie type of build. But Flush House is
that's
crazy.
Interesting, especially with the card sharp.
Mm-hmm.
They never make that like consistently. Okay, check.
I will say, okay, a death card. That's a death.
You always take that.
Yeah. Emperor here is I don't approve of that, but
I'd say to open the Arcana pack here. Honestly, you have so many things blocking. I think that's what they're thinking too. Really? Wait, but why after? Maybe are they looking for like hollow?
Okay, Magician isn't the worst. You know, they could make their money back here.
Okay,
they're
so
prioritizing getting that 10-5.
I got a DM from Marban, and we're looking at exactly the same setup with Jokers right now.
Okay, that is
even the egg.
Virtualize coming in clutch. Okay, well the egg has been sold. Looks like both players found Canio. I would have already lost this game. I am not gonna lie. I would not have found Canio. That is because I'm greedy.
That's because you're greedy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
are they looking?
It pays off. Look, man, it pays off. Okay, it pays off. Anyway, you know, not every game is there going to be a Canio in the first Arcana pack. But if there is, and you take it, and then you're broke.
Like, I'm actually so confused at what they want right now.
They might be trying to. I highly doubt it. But they might be trying to death a king.
They're looking for the flush houses. That's crazy.
That is interesting. Having a consistent flush house build is definitely
honestly, if they
doable.
Flush houses, that's kind of like I respect them for that heavily.
Yeah, I mean they have a lot of hearts in the forms of 4s. And, that you can strength that 3. You can strength that 3.
I would have taken Emperor and just use death.
Yeah, but okay, money for sure. They're getting they're trying to make their deck as consistent as possible.
Any hanged man is actually insane. That's just what I'm thinking because. Any hangman instant ×3 red malt.
Yeah, but look a little bit closer at their deck. They have 5 4s of hearts and 4 10s of hearts. Like, isn't Walkie Talkie literally the greatest Joker of all time in this situation?
Walkie Talkie's hype for them, bro. Walkie Talkie's such a good Joker. I love Walkie Talkie.
For real. They're trying to find their 10s or their 4s here, and they're gonna play like their initial flush house with the 6s, it looks like. Man, unfortunate. They might consider deathing here to get that first initial flush house. I like this play. They're really like putting the pedal to the metal here, trying to make sure they get what they need to get.
Oh, I
unfortunate. They needed to discard that queen.
Flush.
Yeah, they are getting the flush here. They're getting the flush here.
They have foil. They win.
Yeah, they do. They 100% win here.
And the
really big.
Okay, that's a huge win, honestly.
Huge win. That pull might be making Evan panic just a little bit because it's like wait what? Where they're getting that strength from? Maybe they don't realize it was from a lucky card trigger, you know?
Maybe I'd be under like heavy pressure if I was in this game right now.
Yeah, I would be very concerned.
Oh wait, Oh my god, wait, that mechanic actually matters.
Oh my goodness, de-leveling the flush house is
De-leveling the flush
absurd.
house
Is
first.
absurd.
I've
When
never seen
that
ever
hasn't
be
even
used.
yeah,
let's
that
let's
that
let's
hasn't even
explain
like
for the audience a little bit really quick. So the asteroid is a multiplayer planet. It removes a level from your opponent, but if the opponent for their most leveled Joker, if the opponent has not leveled any most leveled poker hand, if the opponent has not leveled any poker hand, it will default to flush house. And this is decided by Balatro, not by the multiplayer mod. It has a preset list of
Wait,
like
money
which
talk? Sorry.
it has a preset list of the poker hands that in order, and the first one on that list is flush house. So even though their flush house was level 1, the flush house did go down a level, which is crazy for this match in particular.
yeah, that's such an unlucky hit from the
Not even unlucky hit.
Luka here.
That's just an unfortunate mechanic, honestly.
Yeah, it's well, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
I
like
do like
reroll.
getting that double gold card with the foil, making those
Might take
flush houses more
Mystic.
consistent. Reroll, getting the mystic.
Trading card would be insane here.
Abstract. Abstract is better than mystic. Keeping on rerolling is very questionable. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, they get money back because they have a lot of. Well, they have rough gem, and they have a lot of gold cards in their deck from they do.
I guess.
Which I mean,
I
I
guess.
personally I don't support the play, but I think that's like I think that's their mindset behind it.
Well, I mean,
Pulling
you're
both the gold
seeing
cards is crazy.
you're seeing in a lot of these matches, they're being decided by like jokers that the opponent didn't see because they missed just one reroll. So the pressure is really on early in these fights to like make sure that you're not missing anything that your opponent would get, right? So those extra rerolls, even though they come at the cost of your economy, when you have gold cards in the deck and you have ways of making your money back, they're a little bit tempting. Like you really need to find these cards.
I think the blue seal's worth here.
Absolutely.
Seal.
You need dust
Oh
and
my
bloodstone.
God, dust and stone.
He's running hard.
Crazy.
What an insane roll!
Oh
what
my
an
God.
absolutely insane roll from the opponent. Oh my God! And
they're running flush houses already, so they have already like good baseball.
And it's hearts. It's hearts too. No, what's crazy is they've rerolled the shop significantly more times than their opponent. There's no way that their opponent is going to see these cards. This is 100% going to be the difference maker, right? Like, that's just such a lucky shop right there. Oh my goodness.
While we're also waiting on the opponent here, I should also mention that level 0 hands is not something multiplayer added to the game. That's just how Balatro works. Hands can go down to level 0. It's not something that you can actually do in base Balatro, but yeah, we don't modify anything like that. We also don't stop it from going below 0. Balatro just does that by itself.
Interesting. That's very interesting. All right, we're looking for that flush house into flush house dream here. I don't think the opponent is gonna have dust bloodstone.
I've always thought it's been like I thought it was just something the mod added. And
yeah, I thought so too. Funny. I thought so too. I thought it was pretty funny for sure. Okay, that's the first flush house right there. Opponent scoring 17k. I don't know what they have, but it's probably pretty significant. Oh my goodness, that was disgustingly close. There's no way, right?
Line. They're following the same line. Way. I know, that's what I'm saying.
There's no way. Okay. No, they must have got.
Can someone ask Marban to screen share? I'm actually so curious what the build is.
Well, he can't. Like, he has to like screenshot his build or something. But the thing is, this Dusk Bloodstone hand, Bloodstone hand could be huge here. This Dust Bloodstone hand is all that really matters here. We're looking for the 10s or a 6. Or a 4. A 10, a 6, or a 4. They need they greeted for that queen holding on to that. But that might have been a misplay. That is unfortunate. That is a misplay right there. They should not have held on to that queen. Greeted just a little bit too much there. Selling the Pluto because it's not going to be relevant is absolutely the play to make here. That's a series in the shop. And also liquidation. Not liquidation. What is it called?
Oh, deja vu. Deja vu is
Deja vu,
huge.
but there's no okay. He can turn that. That is
Yeah,
a
you
heart.
can.
That is a heart. Importantly, that wild
Not
card is a
thinking of
heart, so it will
Sarah.
trigger with Bloodstone twice.
We should
Hold
also
up, did
mention the
somebody-
reason they used that Pluto is they're trying to get another hand higher than their flush house in terms of level, so that when they get hit by asteroid, it actually the other hand takes the hit instead of their flush house.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely didn't even mention that. You're so right about that.
Yeah, asteroid
That is
blocking.
absolutely the strat. If you see planet cards, the meta with planet cards would always be if it's not your hand, you sell it. You get economy. But now with asteroids in the game, it's a completely different story. You want to level up anything that could take the blows from those asteroids that are getting sent your way by your opponent, because at the end of the day, you do not want your highest level hand getting leveled down.
I mean, honestly, I think I might have just went for the roll on that. On the instead of sacrificing the gold seal, like
You would have gone
I
like
think I
3 of
need
a
the
kind
money.
there?
I would have tried
You
to
would've-
go for something that that one without using that. Oh, strength is good. I think.
Strength is good, but like you have to buy this voucher, right? If you don't buy this voucher, your opponent is 100% buying this voucher, and you're at a permanent economy disadvantage. Every dollar you make is about 75% less
seed
less
money? Oh, it's the
powerful.
yeah. I didn't
Right?
see the Joker. I didn't see the Joker.
Yeah.
Or the voucher.
But like strategizing when to buy it is going to be super important on Luka's end here.
For sure. I mean, it's just like the voucher. I mean, vouchers are always, especially early vouchers, are just so hard to choose when to
Okay.
get.
He might be considering getting rid of Canio here. Straight up.
No.
Straight up, he might be
provides
considering
that-
getting rid of Canio.
Why not get rid of card sharp? I mean, you don't have many face cards, but if you destroy 2 of them, it's just the same power as card sharp.
Yeah, that's the play they're thinking about, but they haven't managed to get card sharp to proc a single time. They are 100% thinking about getting rid of it. Yeah, you're probably correct. Card sharp is probably the better sell here, but the reason I was saying that is because they go for the Canio.
What?
They go for the Canio. They need the money, I guess, and they're just decided they can't get rid of these face cards. They aren't finding any hangmans.
That just might be a deciding play of the game. Like, honestly, if he kept, I'm very confident in saying this, but I think that keeping Canio was absolutely the right play there.
Well,
Not
you
even just
say
because it's a
that.
legendary, which it might be a bias because it's a legendary. So like, yeah, but it's just well.
Look, I understand why you would say that, and of course, keeping Canio. There's so many arguments for keeping Canio, but we need to acknowledge the argument for selling it, and that is this. At the end of the day, this is a re-trigger build. You are running Bloodstone, Dusk, and ideally, maybe you pick up a hack for your 4s at the lower end of the line, and maybe a blueprint or whatever. At the end of the day, Canio is just not going to fit into that lineup. Times 10 molt is not going to be enough.
I want you to think about this. If you keep Canio and you're going for face card retriggers, which I know it's not, but I feel like it could have been easily pivoted into that. If you're going for glass face card retriggers, glass will automatically destroy the skinks. You don't even have to find hangmans.
Maybe but he's picking up another heart. He's picking up another 4 of hearts right here, and I mean he's desperately trying to find this these 10s and these 4s, but he's holding on to this this blue seal, which I feel like it's a little bit greedy of him. He's running like this at this rate. That card sharp is not going to trigger, but. You gotta hope that this is enough.
Is actually just disadvantaged.
Yeah, true. He should have put the molt card first, but I
don't think they win.
Unfortunate.
The opponent also has Dusk.
Yeah, the opponent has Dusk. It's not. I highly doubt. Yeah, Marban's 100% winning this. They have the Dusk hand left over. What? What happened? No Dusk from opponent. Maybe. They misplayed. They must have
played their Duscan too soon.
That's insane. What?
What an incredible
that's a
throw.
huge- Maybe they.
Oh my
maybe
goodness.
They sold maybe they sold Dusk. Like
For what?
unironically,
For what?
I don't know.
What would
Maybe
they
they
have
just
sold it
maybe
for?
they just saw something like good. And
There's
they're just going
oh
all
yeah,
in on Canio.
I completely forgot. Remember we were talking about this. Dusk and Bloodstone were in the same shop, and that was one with significant rerolls. It's highly unlikely he even has Dusk. I completely forgot.
No, you're right. You're right.
A Red Seal King. That's
huge.
You're saying it's huge, but it's really hard to slot
It's really
into
hard to
his
slot
flush
in because
build.
they're playing flush houses.
Yeah, he's breaking it. He's trying to break it, I guess.
Why?
I don't know.
They don't have Canio anymore. I mean, I guess maybe they just forgot that because like they're not playing. Canio did nothing when it was in.
Okay, Red Seal. Okay, we have our hand and also the planet card. I will say Luka has been playing exceptionally well around this Blue Seal Queen. He's been able to get a planet card almost every single ante he's been in. These flush house levels matter so much when you're multiplying the base mult with the that is another disconnect.
It looks like an easy again. We're just gonna have to give that to Luka at this point.
Yeah, we're gonna have to give that to Luka. Do you have any idea of what the opponent's jokers were virtualized?
I want to ask about why sell Canio over the card sharp.
I don't think I made the right decision there, and I also afterwards I grabbed the glass card king, intending to destroy it for Canio. I was not playing
That's what I
that
was
well.
saying. Okay, wait, I actually.
I was not playing that well.
Look.
All right, final game. Unfortunately, the prediction that let's see who made the prediction that was correct. Guthix that Guthix made was correct that another DC would happen. Let's hope that's not the case. Let's hope that doesn't happen again. Guthix, don't predict it again, or you might be right.
We better see another Obelisk full, bro. I need this. They're on yellow deck? Okay, wait. I've never played on yellow. Yellow's like one of my bands, I'm gonna be honest.
Really? You don't like yellow deck?
I personally, I am a very much so a reroll kind of person, and I feel like yellow deck kind of helps people that are very much into econ get theirs up early.
Yeah, I mean,
I here for the terror, right?
I also don't like I also personally don't like yellow deck because I feel like it makes people get their econ too easily, and I feel like it's a talent to get your econ going. And I like to out compete my opponent in getting my econ going, right?
Yeah.
So there, that's interesting going for the flush here. Personally, I guess going for the straight is a little bit risky because you might even lose the round with no jokers if you try too hard to get the superposition flush. I mean, the superposition straight. I will say superposition, super underrated joker. I'm going to say it. Superposition actually can get you your tarot cards pretty consistently. It can be the difference maker.
Same with 8-ball. 8-ball is actually an insane joker, especially with like.
Okay, I'm gonna have to hold your horses on that one, bro.
Hey, let me cook with this one.
Okay,
Hanging Chad, plus any 8 is a 3/4 out of the time you're getting a tarot card.
Okay,
and you can do it multiple times a wrap.
Okay, that's a cryptid. They have a Justice card in the hand. They might Justice cryptid. They also could have gone for the enhanced face cards play, but the cryptid with the queens is going to be a little bit more consistent for them. That is the third disconnect.
Okay, but this is like way too
that
early
was like
to actually
at the very start. I'm just not sure if
I think
I don't think that should
it kind of speaks to what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah, I think like I would definitely consider that a redo, but at this point I don't think their internet's going to be stable enough to finish the final round.
So as you can see, there was some technical difficulties in those final matches with Marban and Luka. Marban seemed to disconnect one too many times. Their internet connection just wasn't stable enough, and unfortunately it cost them the win. So yeah, let's jump into this bonus round between Luka and Obelisk Enjoyer. It's on Gold Stake. It's erratic deck. And Obelisk Enjoyer is also playing some games of chess. So sit back, relax, enjoy.
I think it'd be funny to do Erratic, because Erratic is just objectively the funniest deck.
Objectively.
Yeah.
True.
Wait.
Most fun deck.
Do you want to do a different stake too? Or do you just want to do white?
I'm down. Also, doing gold stake would be hilarious, but I'm not sure if you're down for that.
We could.
That's demonic.
No, I'm looking down.
You want to do it?
You know,
Erratic gold stake.
Erratic gold stake.
Okay.
Good luck, have fun.
There's not really a preference towards anything
A lot of
except like threes.
A lot of jacks, and a lot of
like,
kings. Okay.
Only way I'm
pretty
running
good for
threes
both
is
of
if I
us.
have
I
like
think I
Bloodstone
low-key just start with
hack,
taking the investment tag.
to
Just
be
getting
honest.
the early econ up is massive.
Yeah,
Bro, anybody who doesn't
I'm gonna
skip
do
investment
I'm
tag there is
just
psychotic.
run face cards
I probably
anyways
should go
because
for it.
there's
Oh, I
5
have
of them.
winning hand.
Also, I'm skipping.
The problem is them talking over each other, not them talking over
Yeah.
us.
Oh wait, like
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But yeah, the
I
deck
don't
doesn't
wanna
really
talk
have a
about it.
preference to any
Oh my
suit
God, I only have
or
2 discards.
rank, but
where's
it
the
does
lose
have.
connection part? Oh wait, I should like pull down the VC chat. And also
Okay,
the
we
screen
should
share.
we should
it's
pick
ju-
like
it's just
one
my
of them
screen
to be
share.
talking. I think Luka because he was the tournament winner.
It's down.
Okay.
TQ.
Hold
Okay, I can just go for some jacks.
I'm
Obelisk.
scared.
Obelisk.
Yeah?
We're gonna fully deaf and mute you because you guys are talking
Sweet.
over each other a lot. So and we can't really do anything about that.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. We're just gonna have Luka's voice, and you're gonna be commentating over it.
All right, sounds good. I mean, both players, as far as I can tell, pretty much with the same setup here. Choice between Even Steven and what was the Seltzer?
I need to have
Pretty-
them so I don't die.
Yeah, Even Steven is the choice in Gold Stake because you don't want to die. Also, none of these jokers being eternal or rental or perishable is kind of nuts. I'm not gonna lie. But it looks like, again, we have the exact same setup for both players. Okay, they both opened up the Arcana pack. Okay, the difference is Obelisk goes for the Emperor, while Luka went for the lucky cards, which is a big deal because they found a Temperance which synergizes with Egg. Why did they use it immediately? And because of the Fool card. I can't believe it. There's a Fool card as well, so they can Temperance Fool, and now they have Temperance with the ever-increasing Egg value. This is a big play for Obelisk.
I'll win, but I want money. Unfortunate.
Unfortunate, no $20 proc for Luka. That could have turned it around for sure.
No.
This voucher is an interesting choice for both players here. It's more feasible for Obelisk to take, simply because he has that Temperance, he has that extra money. He's considering that holographic 7 because there's already 5 7s in the deck. Problem is it's not even. It's not even, doesn't synergize with Even Steven. On Gold Stake, the stakes are like so much higher. You gotta like really be very selective with the jokers you're gonna take. Luka's just gonna barely scrape past this big blind. Still has his egg. Considering credit card. Dusk in that pack is crazy. It looks like
Hooray.
oh man, it looks like Luka's just
Roll 2
one
times.
shop ahead of Obelisk.
Well,
Obelisk is probably gonna find this exact same Dusk. He does. Decides to pop the Temperance right there immediately, which I understand because he wants to stay at maximum interest, but then he rerolls down a little bit. He's gonna see if he can get a slight edge over his opponent right into the boss blind by buying the communism one. I forgot what it's called.
Raised fist.
that's a good play.
Raised fist.
Kind of
Communism.
course.
All that's going to matter here is going to be the even Steven Dusk hand. That's all that's going to matter. That like both players are prepping for it right now. That's what Obelisk is doing. That's why Obelisk has 3 fours in his hand. He's getting ready for it, and so does Luka, also having the 3 fours in their hand, prepping for that Dusk turn. That's going to be so massive for both players. But the real decider is, will the raised fist that Obelisk has be enough to compensate
Money,
here?
pretty please.
I mean, the 2 lucky cards for that are going to get triggered with Dusk here for Obelisk could be pretty massive.
Okay.
And they
Oh,
both get a 4 of a kind,
is-
but the difference is
Okay.
Luka's.
I didn't see what was typed there, but
I didn't either.
Obelisk
I
is
missed it.
communicating through Notepad.
Yeah, Obelisk is communicating through Notepad. Node plus 20, but the raised fist clutches it out, man. That temperance, that
really
it was like
close.
such a big deal. They're taking driver's license. Let's see what's going on over on Luka's screen. They have a 2 of hearts that they're considering. Also,
if I
the
take the purple seal
polychrome.
now, I would if it was white stake, because like 3 discards. These cards are broken.
Decides to skip. That is wild.
Here, I will just take.
If you didn't hear,
man, I don't know if I agree with that.
If somebody didn't hear Luca's reasoning there, it was they took the steel over the purple seal because of gold stake has less discards. So
Oh,
they were
I didn't see them take steel. My bad.
Yeah, so they took the steel instead of the purple seal just because they weren't confident in being able to discard that purple seal very often.
That's completely understandable logic from their point of view for sure. Man, that temperance is going to be massive that Luka has waiting in his Fool. Also with the mail-in rebate, that is a Joker that Obelisk does not have, that mail-in rebate. So
I'll see if I don't get another 4, I might lose to the game. That was bad.
And Luca's trying to get a 4 of a kind 4s here instead of going for the full house because
Right.
shoot.
they're not getting it.
Luka is in dire straits right now. Oh, he finds the 4 of a kind with Dusk. He's 100% saved. He's fine. Looks like Obelisk Enjoyer is now the one in a little bit of trouble. He does have that death card for that get out of jail free card because he's gonna need it. Decides to death the king? Okay, no, he's deathing the 8 for sure here. And that raised fist on the 10 is very significant. It should get him through this blind just fine. Looks like they're gonna sell that egg for $20.
Well,
There's that mail-in
just,
rebate.
Like, hold on to it for a little bit, but not in this fucking economy.
There goes
Not
the
in
flush
this
house.
economy, indeed. All right, looks like both players are rolling up with very similar setups. The only difference is that Luka has not
there's a
sold his
notepad again.
egg. Oh, notepad? What's on the
Bro,
notepad?
this cat annoying AF. Also rebate 100% the play over egg.
True.
And I'm pretty
1
sure
million percent.
I misplayed by not taking a lot of lucky cards.
You know, it's crazy
could
because they are correct on literally everything except the misplay. It's wild. It's rare that I'm glazing
See if this
Obelisk
thing's-
here because
No way, that was
I like to roast Obelisk, but actually taking the Emperor for the Temperance instead of the lucky cards was the play. It gave him more economy, much more economy than the opponent, and in fact, Luka is struggling to get through these blinds. They do have a Dusk hand with even Steven though, so it should be fine, but they get a $20 proc on the lucky card there.
No.
Oh man. See, the only thing is the fact that Obelisk has less lucky cards means that
And
it's going to be
debuffing
less
flush
plus
outs.
20 it's going to be less plus 20 procs, less plus 20 molt, and less $20 things. But Seltzer is a very interesting card to be taking here.
I feel like this driver's license is like well on its way. I don't know if I take anything here. I don't know if I take the seltzer rather. Because I want this
This
to
is a
like
very
win.
hard decision.
I want this for
Personally, I'm
money.
selling egg.
Yeah, I would do the same
But
thing.
If I get a temperance, I'll be sad.
rerolling here makes a lot of sense. You want to try to find literally anything. That smiley face is considerable.
Wait, but
Yup. It is better than even Steven. That might be the thing that gives like I'm very certain that Luka is actually stronger than Obelisk heading into this blind because they have 2 retriggers compared to Obelisk's 1. And they can just play a full house of face cards and they'll be fine.
I don't care about clubs.
It looks like Obelisk is just going to zoom through these hands, but he's going to be in for a surprise when Luka pulls up with a very
I want to
large
end Obelisk
play.
to find out what he's listening to, but that would be wrong.
I 100% feel that, Luka, even though you
We know
can't
the
hear
Queen
me,
plays.
Obelisk got some tunes for real.
Well,
That is interesting, not going for the full
well,
house.
that procs twice.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness, that is
Well,
disgusting.
3 lucky card procs.
Obelisk in shambles right now as Luka ends up with so many lucky card procs. But Obelisk getting $20, that's not too shabby. Even though he loses, he comes out with compensation.
And this isn't seeded. Like this. Since these players are
I
in the
love
same
hand size
seed,
so much.
if Obelisk had as many lucky cards, they would get the same procs. It's just down to them, their deck modifications.
Considering taking the jack, but like
Putting Empress on that Polychrome too, because
no, I'm not
I think that Obelisk is locking himself into this even Steven build, trying to maybe find a hack because of that Polychrome 2. He's going to try to copy it, death it as much as possible. That is 100% the line that Obelisk is choosing to take here. Luka actually has a stronger line right now with his Seltzer and the face card retrigger. Him re-rolling down just a little bit more than Obelisk, really helping him out here, is going to get a lot more triggers from the lucky cards with his Seltzer. Like, it's definitely going to pay for itself.
Jesus Christ, my lucky card procs.
Unlucky. He did not find the lucky procs he needed. That's completely fine. Oh my gosh, Obelisk looking at a 5 of a kind of 4s. Retriggering it as much as possible, trying to find as much money as possible.
6 4 of kind for him.
And no money
I love lucky cards
for
so much.
no money for Obelisk, but it sounds like Luka got lucky with the lucky card. He got his money. Chariot is much stronger considering that they have +1 hand size from the earlier voucher. A lot of times I consider Chariot to be quite weak, but when you are consistently able to get those steel cards in your hand and hold them there and it doesn't disrupt
Seltzer's
your
on its
ability
way
to find
out.
cards. Selling Seltzer is wild, I'm not gonna lie. That had a few more lucky card things. Oh, hack is really bad news for Luka here. Let's see if
Luka does have.
let's see if Obelisk found it. Yeah, Obelisk found hack.
You can try to show up
Obelisk
in due
does
time.
have hack as well.
Yeah, but that's what I mean though. Like, Obelisk is committing to these 2s and 4s. Obelisk took the Polychrome 2 that Luka passed up on for the steal.
Yeah.
So this 1.5x like extra retrigger with hack is huge.
That's true.
Oh man. Obelisk getting $20 more from his lucky cards. Things are going downhill for Luka quick.
Swerve kind of wins for sure, right? Oh, damn. It was very timely.
It would be very funny if that asteroid
Kind of wins for sure.
kills this
I'm
Forvicon.
so
Probably
It
not with
would
that
be
lucky
pretty
trigger,
funny.
though.
I'm
Yeah.
so lucky.
That would be pretty funny. Man. And can we talk about how
Yeah,
both of
Troubadour.
these players are just
Need more hand
steamrolling
size.
through these gold stake blinds like they're actually just nothing? Like,
Yeah,
that's impressive.
A lot of people see a big difference between like the top 3 players versus like the top 20 players on attrition leaderboard, for example. But a lot of these high skill Balatro players are very similar in skill level, and it can go any way in these kinds of tournaments.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, it can absolutely go either way. That's why best of 1 tournaments aren't always like the greatest deciding factor. No matter
I
who
swear to
wins
God,
this,
like,
I mean,
every
it's
time I play a
impressive
hand,
either
the
way.
lucky card procs. It's like been foretold.
Yeah, for more major tournaments, we're definitely running something a
Wait.
little bit more than single limb best of 1, but we just don't have the time for that for these kinds of weekly tournaments.
Wait, Minotaur, is that a lie? Is that true? Wait, did
Yeah,
Obelisk
Obelisk-
actually queue up for a chess game?
Obelisk is pulling
Oh
out the
my God.
chessboard. Obelisk is pulling out the chessboard.
He's pulling out the chessboard.
Oh, got the money.
Oh man.
I mean, with the amount of times that Obelisk is retriggering these lucky cards, they're almost guaranteed for the money at some point.
Yeah. Oh, seed money is an unfortunate voucher to see if you're
We have a rental
Luka.
brainstorm.
Brainstorm
Yes,
rental.
please.
Now the question is, does Obelisk
I'm
find it?
selling this, so
My prediction is he will.
it's the most
But
expensive one here is a space
oh
travel.
my God, he's
He's
oh,
playing.
No,
He's okay.
it's
So
not.
Obelisk has played e4, and he's pulling
E4?
out the knight as well.
Obelisk didn't get brainstorm, but the important thing to know is that if you reroll, the reroll goes into the next shop. So let's say
the billion freeze and make $1 million right now.
let's say that sorry, I'm having a really hard time understanding this, but Obelisk still could reroll and find brainstorm. Like, it's still very much a possibility.
Yes, especially
The
we're still in
brainstorm-
the small blind right now.
Yeah. Also, the brainstorm with the mail and rebate is an amazing combo, by the way.
I'll play a lucky card first.
Also, Sock and Buskin immediately saves
Oh my God.
Luka, by the way. Completely saves him. Oh my
Okay,
goodness.
so we're back to we're kind of losing some control in the center of the board here. Maybe pushing
Oh,
the
no.
bishop up into a stronger position. And
there's the
and I see the
brainstorm.
brainstorm. So
Oh no. That's tragic for
Yeah.
for Luka here.
okay, and thinking about pulling the queen into play
Castle.
and maybe castling. Yeah, that queen is not seeing any lines from that position though. So it's kind of like a planning
I'm best
move.
to get driver's license.
And so we're thinking about selling the
Otherwise, I wouldn't really
perishable acrobat here and going for brainstorm instead.
All right, virtualized. You are the designated chess commentator right now.
Yeah, I got it.
All right. I'm gonna be watching Luka and you be watching Obelisk. Just keep me updated.
Okay, I will. Okay,
I
so
need to
we're
know
taking
exactly
the
what's
center
happening on the
pawn.
chessboard.
We might have some trades coming in here, pre-moving the The knight, the right knight.
I could die.
Oh, but we don't see a trade from white, and might be thinking about pulling the queen into play again.
Okay, we're thinking about deathing the steel king here. Maybe deathing the purple seal for some extra tarot cards. We're hovering that death, not 100%
No,
sure if
this
we're gonna
makes
use
sense.
it.
I wonder if he's died to the game at all.
Baron, just saying, Baron is a card that exists. We all know Baron exists. We all love Baron. That could turn this game around.
And Obelisk is thinking about playing a1, which isn't really achieving much here. Maybe stopping the bishop a little bit.
I think I gotta do this.
All right, looks like he's deciding to death the lucky queen instead for more re-triggers, and he's also strengthening some jacks to make sure he gets that 4 of a kind. He's really wanting this money.
I think this is stronger.
And Obelisk getting the money proc too
I
off the
died
lucky
after that,
cards again.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Dude, Luka just hit like 2 or 3 lucky card money triggers. That's... The lucky cards have been
I just looked at the
incredibly
stream review. Is he
useful
playing
this game.
second chess?
And we're thinking
Oh,
about
no.
making this trades in the center of the board, but he's running out of time on the chessboard here.
Luka's found out. Luka's found out that Obelisk is queuing up chess in the middle of the game. This has to be a huge mental block. Okay, you always take oops all 6s here, right? I mean, there's the potential for Bloodstone.
This
It could
is an
turn this
economy
game around.
joker, so I don't need this anymore.
Obelisk did find... I don't know if Luka saw that, but Obelisk did see Malt retrigger 4, which is pretty strong with their build here.
Bloodstone is on its way. For sure.
And Obelisk is pulling up... Yeah, so Luka's thinking about Bloodstone. Obelisk is pulling up a notepad.
Wait, is he skipping the... He's skipping oops all 6s. That's got to be not the play, right? You always get rid of like driver's license.
Oh, and they're back to the chessboard really quick. It looks like a free
Oh my god,
bishop.
the sun card.
I'm not sure what that bishop's intention was, but it looks like he's making the decision with the oops all 6s now, and probably not taking it from what he said in his notepad.
I mean, in my opinion, you always got to get rid of like driver's license or even Steven here, just because oops all 6s just has such potential to completely turn this game around back in Luka's favor.
And we're going to be making some aggressive trades in the center of the board. I don't know if it's worth it here, though.
Yo, is that a
We
pin?
have a line pinning the queen to a bishop. That bishop is protected by the king, so... he might just lose his bishop here. And they're going into the PvP blind.
Okay, getting a strength for Luka. I don't think that's going to be very useful. It looks like even Steven got
Pretty sure I lose
07.
this one.
Yeah, even Steven got 07, which I believe was the optimal
I
play.
just got weaker. I think. No, I didn't. Illusion.
We're playing 5 of a kind 4s for Obelisk. Really leaning into that hack.
All it takes is
Oh, you
one
didn't
sock
strike
and
yet.
buskin. That's all I'm saying. All it takes is one sock and buskin, and Luka is
This is
immediately
good.
back in the game. Like ideal build, right, is going to be sock
That's who's gonna give me
and
3
like
lucky
sock
card
for
procs right now. So I'm blueprinting it. Only one.
We
right,
have
but like
176,000. We have a resignation on the board.
aw, unlucky. Can't believe Obelisk
And
just gave
three.
up like that. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
makes sense.
400,000. They couldn't handle the chess and Balatro at the same time. We should do a tournament on that though.
Oh, legitimately,
pairs,
virtualized.
let's
We've been
pick that.
talking about that a lot in the VCs. Like the reason Obelisk is pulling up chess is because we do that a lot. Obelisk
hope
and
I
I,
get a-
we play
Oh.
some chess and we play some
Okay, hold
Obelisk.
on. I'm muting Luka and we're bringing Obelisk in here. What do we?
Alright. Yeah, I just wanted to ask, should I run up a second game of chess?
Yeah, we were commentating
Not if you're
over the
gonna
chess
lose.
too.
That was kind of embarrassing, bro.
Bro, no. Hear me out, hear me. You gotta give me a second chance, bro.
All right, send it, bro.
Alright, bet. Hold on, you can be deafing me now.
They're gone.
All right, so the photograph is a nice pickup for Luka here. That is definitely something his opponent does not have. It's that photograph. Maybe like a hanging Chad could be super useful here, because the reality is, Obelisk went hack and Luka went face cards, and there's just not as much synergy with Luka. Isn't he? Oh shit.
That's like wins even if
They
does,
I
copy
am
photograph
so
is stronger.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm definitely I'm good.
I
I'm
am
switched
so
off.
sorry. I was unaware.
Fuck yeah.
I will apologize. I will apologize to Luka after this game. But anyway,
Yeah, someone's saying it in the chat, but my pronouns are they, she.
yeah, I'm gonna let me DM Luka real quick.
It's perishable.
We do see the hanging Chad come out, going into the big blind here.
I'm not taking that. I'm getting another one.
Oh, and Luka is not
Another
taking
will
it.
show up.
And we have so we're getting some control in the center of the board here. We have the defensive knight coming in from black, and then the defensive knight also coming in from white, and a very aggressive bishop.
Getting a glass card on a king here is huge for Luka here. She really needs to find a hanging Chad. And then I would say she's absolutely back in this game. You can get rid of that driver's license. You can get rid of that oops all sixes since you got the glass. There's absolutely room to pivot.
These queens show up.
And Obelisk did not take that photograph, importantly, because they were playing hack.
My chances still win even if they don't. I can play a fourth kind there.
And Obelisk just using their hands for the 5-4s again, trying to get that 5 of a kind. And they are finding it.
Luka getting herself up to 32k and gonna play this final hand. She needs to win here. It is gold stake. Everything is so much harder here. All right, it's no sweat. 484,000 for her. No sweat. All right. I mean, what are the ideal builds for both players here? I think Luka is looking for Sock and Buskin, of course, and then maybe an Ancient Joker or like I'm not really a Hanging Chad probably. So you want Sock and Buskin, you want a Hanging Chad. That is the ideal setup, and you get rid of driver's license and oops all sixes. That's what Luka is going to be looking for. And then Obelisk, on the other hand...
Obelisk just got forked from their queen and their rook. They're about to lose their rook here.
Oof.
And knight is so deep in the back line right now. There's about to be another fork on the queen if something doesn't happen here.
Like, honestly, if I am in Luka's spot here, I'm selling my oops all sixes because I do not want my only glass to break. It is so pivotal that my glass does not break in this situation. I just cannot risk it. And Bloodstone is no longer like a card that I'm considering in my final 5 Joker slots, right? Like that's no longer the play. So I would 100% be selling Oops All Sixes.
It would probably have been nice to have seen the Hanging Chad instead of the Oops All Sixes that we saw in the shop earlier.
For sure.
If it was better to copy Dust. I don't think so.
Unfortunate that it broke
I'm
there.
actually not sure in that case.
Three money lucky procs in that hand for Obelisk there.
Holy, but it's still a win for Luka. It's still a win for Luka. He is actually she's making this comeback here because Obelisk didn't go face cards. Obelisk might have more re-triggers with Dusk and so many things, but she at the end of the sorry, hold on a second. But Obelisk just doesn't have the face card synergy. There's no photograph because Hack just does not synergize with so many of these face cards. I will say I don't approve of going down so low in money when you have 2 lives and all you want to do is re-roll for Hanging Chad. It's literally that's all that matters. You just need a Hanging Chad, right? You need your econ up. You need your econ up so you can consistently roll and roll and roll. Hopefully we can see a lucky card proc here with the double Dusk on some lucky cards and get some money back in the economy here, but may or may not happen.
We're seeing Obelisk think about putting that red seal on that purple Polychrome 2 we saw earlier, but ends up not doing it.
Oh my goodness, is that an eternal rental Hanging Chad I see in Obelisk's shop?
Yes, and they were thinking about I think they were thinking about selling Dusk for it, but I don't think that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It does not make sense. But the important things is that it's there. All that needs to happen is
Could have been discarding
Luka needs to reroll for it. Luka's on the small blind. I don't know where Obelisk was when he found the Hanging Chad. Yeah, he's gonna sell Oops All Sixes for this Hanging Chad. It's definitely the correct play.
We're also seeing in the chess game Obelisk making a lot of just stalling moves, kind of. I don't think they have enough brain power for both these games at once.
Okay, deja vu. Ooh. Deja vu for Luka here. That's exactly what she wants to see. She puts that on a king. That's so good. That's actually so good. That's exactly what she wants to see.
To be like a steel card or a lucky card.
Okay, Temperance. Affording one more reroll here. Oh man, I don't know how far away Hanging Chad is.
A very useless check on the king, it seems like. Just bringing the pawn out was enough to make Obelisk completely pull back. And he only has 28 seconds on the clock. And he's watching a reel sent from one of his friends.
No way.
And it's a COD reel about low taper fades.
Okay.
I think we're about a timeout on chess. 8 seconds left. Queen's being pressured by the bishop, and it's just pulling back again. He's not making any moves here. Decides to use strength. Oh. Opted to use the death on 4s instead of strength on 2-3s. It's an interesting decision.
Luka's a little bit concerned that this might not win. This hand is...
Obelisk is timed out in chess. And rolling down his money.
Oh, close.
No, I'm poor as fuck.
And they're just struggling to stay alive in these blinds.
Didn't use the Hermit. to get money. Oh no, that's really unfortunate because okay, it does get another Red Seal King, but the problem is now you can't reroll. You're not gonna find that hanging Chad. Oh no.
I'm
And
pretty
there's
sure
no
this is
glass card available.
Obelisk says I'm pretty sure this is GG unless I roll. I didn't see the end of that. They switched away too quickly, but
Well, but Obelisk has glass and hanging Chad.
yeah.
Luka does not have said
Having
hanging
more than
Chad
one of
or
those
glass.
doesn't really do anything.
And we have 2 glass cards for Obelisk here. It's looking pretty good. Also with the Red Seal Steel.
Man, this is really close for sure. Luka's she's making sure to just use all her hands beforehand. Maybe get a purple seal that like if she can manage to glass that red seal, it would be so massive. But unfortunately, not finding the purple seal in her deck, and so no glass today. But significant amount of
win?
steel.
We've got 3 million on the board.
I don't think so.
34 million.
Let's see if she can beat that.
That's okay.
9
Not
million.
quite.
It's still close. It's still close because where's the upside in Obelisk and Joyer's build? Where do you go from here? Legitimately, where do you go? You need to get rid of your driver's license and get a seltzer. That's about it.
Oh no, we're pulling up
But
another
on the
chess
other
game.
hand, with Luka, hanging Chad is good. Hanging Chad is good. Sock and Buskin is good. They have the upside. They have so many options.
They're just suffering
They just
on
need to find them.
Yeah, they're just suffering on econ here because of these rentals, and I think it's really making them not be able to build their build properly.
Yeah, $6 a round is an expensive price to pay for sure. It's why the Hanging Chad wasn't found. The economy matters so much in these games, and right now it's just really crippling them. That photograph being rental is unfortunate. So is them getting the purple seal. After they already used all their discards, there's another purple seal after using all their discards. Some unfortunate textbook misplays on Luka's side, but it's still very close. Oh my goodness. Obelisk getting 2 red seal 4s there is very significant.
We were talking about Obelisk kind of having nowhere to go, but their deck is just getting better and better each ante, so
This is true. You know, when I said they had nowhere to go, I was talking about their jokers.
yeah.
I was talking about their jokers, but they have red seal steals. They don't care. They said screw the jokers. All I care about is the deck. But oh my goodness, on Luka's side, she got a nice lucky trigger and gave her $20, and then she was using the hermit. She's at $40 right now, able to reroll into whatever she needs to find. Gets that 4 of a kind leveled up. You're just looking for a justice card.
It's already there? Honestly, driver's license, like, it isn't staying around. But I also need to, like, make sure I don't lose an X blind.
Opting to sell the driver's license instead of the Oops All Sixes.
I could replace it with this.
Well, the Oops All Sixes is very important for her economy right now. She needs those lucky
And I
card
will.
triggers.
Yeah,
I just finding Chad. I, like, need to.
And yeah, Luka is correctly identifying all she needs is one hanging Chad. One hanging Chad wins the game. Even a glass card could help. Like, all she needs, one justice card, one hanging Chad. It's all she needs. All she wants for Christmas, bro.
and we've got the Bishop trade coming out. Obelisk can make some aggressive plays with the knight, maybe, but Black's pulling out the queen, and Obelisk is responding with the queen. A queen trade might be coming up. And Black might be thinking of something sneaky with the
I don't need to fucking top of the photograph. This is like
with the knight here.
this is still overkill. Funny.
Okay. Luka no longer dealing with money problems. She's sitting at $46. That is a very healthy amount of money.
I'm
Just
praying.
needs to reroll and find that hanging Chad. It's literally all that matters. It's a lucky king.
Obelisk has kind of put themselves in a position here where if they move their bishop, their rook's gonna get traded, which they end up doing. We'll see if that happens. Their rooks end up getting forked,
So over.
which actually I think is a mistake for Black here.
And they reroll all the way down and
So
just
over.
can't find anything. They could sell Oops All Sixes and their Lover's card, get one more reroll, and then it could be a rental hanging
Yep.
Chad. But that's
The
that's
world's
a
shittiest
very
fortune
long
teller.
shot.
And lose harder.
There's no way Obelisk is playing two
Yeah, there
chess
is a way
games
I
at
could
once.
win. It's still possible.
Okay, Obelisk is analyzing one of their previous chess
could.
games
Oh my god.
while playing a chess game and playing Balatro multiplayer.
Absurd.
The way I do that is a secret though.
Obelisk is looking for those glass fours, for sure.
Yeah. Man,
This is
it
1-1
looks like it's
here.
gonna
This
be
is-
wraps.
This is our final.
Man, it's so close. It's all
We've got
depends on
3
if
glass
Obelisk
fours here.
finds. Oh man.
It's just not looking too good.
Oh, that's. I thought that was another glass four, but I was tripping. Bro, wait! Obelisk
Looking
missed
so
his
over.
dusk! Obelisk missed his dusk!
Oh my god.
Unless.
Wait, this could
Wait,
lose.
this might
It's
be a
not what I
crazy
wanted,
throw!
but
42 mil. Okay, I don't think it matters,
I
but
definitely lost.
It might not
Oh,
matter.
no.
If this was a fucking
He missed his
justice, then like
dusk.
the world would have ended right in front
Yeah.
of everyone.
Obelisk
Oh
realizes
my
it now.
goodness.
Definitely this is all I have.
Oh my goodness. This is
Luka not feeling
this is just so
confident, but
unfortunate.
yeah, it's just
My
not
time is
enough.
coming, definitely.
Yeah, that's not it. That's not enough. Jeez, man.
What? I thought I sold, but I didn't do the dust proc. I thought I sold, and
Yeah.
I didn't do the dust proc.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you didn't
Obelisk-
proc dust.
Obelisk
I-
did miss the dusk proc, but
I was rolling
Oh my
so hard
God.
for Bloodstone and Hang Chad.
Holy dude!
I was rolling so hard.
And I won the chess game.
Jeez.
And I
And
won
you
the
won
chess
the
game.
chess game.
Bro, you lost the first two though.
I lost the first two, bro.
Oh man, Cinema, thank you guys for
Jeez,
playing.
well
That was a
played.
funny show match.
So there it is. That's the tournament plus that bonus game. It was a lot of fun. First place went to Luka. Second place, Marban. And Bogle for third. So great first tournament. It was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the future tournaments. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. It helps my channel grow. There's also a lot of videos on single player Balatro, strategies, tips, as well as my latest video, which goes into some tips and how to play the new Balatro multiplayer mod. So take it easy, eat your beans, and I'll see you at the next one. Beans.